Hello and welcome to another episode of Final Fantasy Pathfinder. Final Fantasy and its subsidiaries are owned by Square Enix. The Pathfinder D20 game system is owned by Paizo, and the FFD20 system is a fan-made system designed by Alan Willig. This is completely not for profit. We're just here to have fun. Okay. Where we left off last time, which, by the way, can everybody hear me?
Profit off this.
Oh,
No.
there we go.
No.
That took a vote. Down.
Where we left
No
off last
translations
time.
for a week.
Oh god. We fucking, for a minute there, we lost it. Where we left off last time, you guys just thwarted a assassination attempt of the newly married couple between Prince Jeremy Roderick and Princess Hitomi Lilena, which potentially could have brought the two nations closer together, but it looks like not everybody agrees with that. This is just on the heels of coming back from Moonbright, with all your shit from there. Adventures, fun times, whatever. Let's jump right back in.
Alrighty.
Let's do it real quick while I just very poorly crossfade.
Does chef know about sleeping person?
I'm assuming
my
Tyro
God.
had already tied them up.
Yeah, I tied them up.
Oh yeah. Alright, you were printing rope for that.
Yeah. And let's just say I have the rope for the other one set in such a way that when we unpetrify that one, you can kind of just like tighten it around them.
Alright.
I want to get the attention of the two guards I just resurrected.
Wait, where the fuck are you? Oh yeah, you're the fucking snake.
I'm the snake.
Ah! It's a snake!
Calm down. I raised you from the dead. Help me protect the princess.
Okay. That's our
And my
job.
moth runs out.
And as Koki reverts back into a human, a fucking aura, just fucking a very swirly form of her in a U. We're streaming here. I'm streaming. You guys are going. You go. I'm not. Preston, get out of here. Presta, away with you, away with you. Sorry, I'm dealing with something.
We have familial difficulties, please
Mhm.
hold.
Technical difficulties. Please stand by.
There's nothing technically difficult about Preston, he's just difficult.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's good to save on the internet.
Wait for a new man.
He's not gonna watch this.
No, he's not.
It wants
There's
to do
no
a
way.
better man.
Mm-hmm.
There's no loot boxes.
Mhm.
It's simple. So very simple.
Suddenly a box appears.
Not only a child can do it.
But yeah.
Pay five gil
Anyway.
for the
This guy
DLC.
like he's carrying out a box.
Koke is loosely noodled around Vis as far as her body will turn, as she turns back from pile of tires to Aura.
Stop. Land again.
What are people doing? Yeah, you're swapping them back. Whip.
I'm focusing on this phone. Keep this guy asleep for another, I guess, like 28 seconds.
God, I tied that rope really fast, didn't I? But
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah.
Dark's
That's
gonna
Um,
check.
Pick.
Does the sleeve of many garments need to be removed before you can change the glamour?
I don't think so. Let me check that.
Honestly,
Sleeve.
Like, do you just need to just on and off and on again?
Slave mini garment. Ba, 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 ba. When she slips it on, she's transformed. When she removes the slave, revert. That is a funny point. It doesn't actually make any specifics on that. I would say that requiring at least a standard action of wibbling, you can change your clothes.
Yeah, well, standard action of wibbling to make it look like she's back in her armor.
Okay.
And just do. I want to grab this guy.
All right. You grab him. He's literally a statue. Just,
All right.
he's your stat. You adding him to your inventory, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's that inventory?
I'm
Did you
just gonna
put a
animal.
s-
I'm just gonna Animal Crossing. Just whip, ruffle, and just walk away.
Did you just put a human-sized statue in your bag?
But
What was that, Echo?
quick. About 20 or so seconds later, whatever, a man prone on the ground over here stumbles back into consciousness.
Keep in mind he's got ropes around him.
Glance. Guard.
Nell walks over and just goes, just sit tight there a moment, all right?
Okay.
Just gives a grin.
At this point, Germond is gonna glance over at Eleanor, glance around for a second, nod. Eleanor nods, and Eleanor back into the side door on the side of the castle.
I was gonna check on Lord Javon and Hitomi, make sure they're all right. Thankfully, we were able to react in time to actually get you two out of harm's way. As I say this to Lord
Yeah.
Javon.
Well, I appreciate the tackle.
My apologies for being a little bit rough, but given the circumstances.
Indeed. Let's see. Are any left alive? Dead.
Last I knew, we had one that is petrified. We would need a gold
Chef
needle to
is currently.
undo that.
He pulls the head out of the pocket. Just
Yeah, we have that one that will need a gold needle to be undo the petrification, and we have another one that's tied up near the civilians.
Yeah, Nell just gives a wave by the guys so they can see. That works.
can I also grab Facey McMelt?
Facey McMelt is this guy, I think. Or
Yeah, it is.
Whichever one I
No,
used
that's
to-
beheaded.
Nah,
I was beheaded.
That
This
one
is
was the
Facey
beheaded one.
McMelt. Okay.
I actually. You know what? Echo.
Actually, wasn't it this one? Because this
Hold these.
No.
And I put Facey McMelt and the two halves of the beheaded one on Echo.
As you droop them over Echo, who I imagine is very uncomfortable with this.
Yes, Echo's like, why do you put dead things on me?
Your
Don't
corpse
worry.
wagon.
I don't want
I have a plan. I'll make it up to you later, I promise.
I hope so.
it's gonna cost you both little greens.
I need an interrogation room. So looking over to Germond.
Germond kind of glances back at you. We could take my study here.
You don't have any dungeons?
That
Whoa.
study has like all the
Jail
uses.
underground? Be nice.
We have one. It's in use. We don't exactly. We're not really built for this sort of war.
Fine, so long as the servants don't mind screaming.
Oh gods.
Duly noted.
And wherever Jamond points us to, Chef is taking Echo, the 2.5 captives, and carting them all away.
I'm still very uncomfortable with this.
The faster you move, the less time you'll have to keep them on you. Come on.
Probably gonna need some help with the tied up guy over here.
Right.
And there's this one as well, in the pocket.
I'm
Just throw
gonna
it on
say
the elephant.
I'm
Have
gonna
Sue bring
say
him
that
in.
he's loosely tied atop your backpack, like a fucking parade float. Thanks to all the rope.
Mhm.
Well, instead of floating, it's being dragged.
Mhm.
It's a Lilin Day parade.
Oh, and here's the assassin now. Oh, there he is. Everybody wave.
Everybody
still mid throwing dagger or whatever he was doing.
It's got a separate string.
Yeah, little floating dagger next to it. Oh,
It's-
there's
it's
the
like-
dagger that didn't kill that prince. Oh, beautiful.
It's the stick. It's like a headband with a stick dangling the dagger in front of his hand.
Mhm.
I want to ask Vise if she's okay because that looked like a nasty fall she took off the elephant.
I'll be fine. I'm quite a bit more hardy nowadays.
Still gonna do this.
And
Take
you
a heal.
heal her 10 points of damage.
That's a good area for the nat one, so it doesn't freaking fumble.
And she is back to full health. Thanks.
So, anyone seen the queen? Anyone?
There is now no one around you who would know.
Great. Well, no one seems to be panicking, so good thing.
They're still panicking a little. Like you're
What
you're
about
in.
this guy?
They're
that
not panicking as in, oh god, we're doomed.
It
panicking.
isn't the NPC mob of oh god ah, but they all look concerned at least, scared
They're
at
like-
worst.
I'm sure they're like kind of impressed that. You see those guys? They just took down those assassins like they were nothing.
The the priest lady, the older Viera woman that was running the ceremony, looks quite flustered, but still immobile, and she's doing the I don't know what to do with my hands pose.
Is there
Let's
like
go
a? Oh, sorry.
Go
I
ahead.
mean, technically, the ceremony is complete. I mean, for all intents and purposes.
Mm-hmm.
What was the combat like? 3 rounds.
Something like
Yeah.
that, yeah.
Yeah.
They were just.
The good
I now
old-
pronounce you man and rabbit, and then 18 seconds of bloodshed, petrification,
Slice.
daggers flying, and
It's like, whoa, what
like
the
the
fuck
Final
is going
Fantasy
on?
spell effects just freaking everywhere, and an elephant. Oh god, why is there an elephant?
Just like approximately like 6 seconds and an elephant appeared. By second 18, it had stampeded up the stairs while all those spells were going on. Like,
Meanwhile, a tiny arrow turned into a god.
mhm.
Was there like a balcony further up where someone could be standing out or anything?
As you glance around, you see that the peaks of this far building and of this far building have a plateaued surface that someone could be standing.
Maybe she was there. I'll have to ask later.
But as it would turn out, we have other matters to deal with. As I try to look at the failed assassin.
You know, the elephant could help you get up to those balconies. Probably.
There's no point going up those balconies. Gotta take care of this guy first. Gonna look at the guy. Does he have anything on him at all that would signify where the hell he's from?
Okay,
Let's
you
rummage around to see what we find.
as you rummage, you find a few things. As I fucking tab back over to him real quick here. Give me just a second.
As I get my little notepad open here.
Make sure he doesn't have anything in his pockets. Sleight of hand is the thing.
God damn, where the fuck is it?
I'm checking all of them if I can.
Oh no. Oh, there we go. For a minute, the page that I had him on crashed.
Oh,
Like,
jeez.
no, you'll never get me.
Mm-hmm. There we go. Okay. As you rummage around in him, you find that he is in black studded leather. You find a hand crossbow. You find a set of 5 daggers, a short sword, a potion of cura. Yeah, no, the fucking the base one.
Yeah.
Just
Just
cure.
cure.
Yeah. Just the cure. You find 15 gil as well.
Wasn't trying to loot the guy.
Oh, I might take that cure potion.
That's your fucking rummaging, like.
More trying to figure out where the hell this guy's from. Don't
You
suppose...
also find a neck tattoo on one side of him,
I mean,
like a
you're doing right,
big
disarm
fucking
it.
neck tattoo.
Can I make heads or tails of it?
You should
Go ahead
use
and
your
make
bardic
a
lore.
knowledge history. Yeah, knowledge history. I mean, or knowledge local could work in a different way.
Do I get the Four Kingdoms buff on this, or is this outside?
This yes.
Why doesn't she?
You absolutely get the Four Kingdoms buff on this. Absolutely.
Okay, putting aura up.
I would have said just let her make the roll and then add the bonus yourself if it's applicable, because otherwise it gives us a big clue.
Yeah.
Bro, at least it wasn't a 1.
Oh, but
On a 20, you recognize this piece of iconography before. It's a standard 4-pointed compass, enlaced in kind of the winding black, like almost like kind of calligraphy lines that go up the side of his neck and onto a corner of his face. And the compass, instead of pointed north, it has east is the top of it. And you recognize it as the symbol of the Orienters, which is it's kind of an extremist nationalist faction in East Haven.
East Haven Nazis, great.
as soon as you said East, I was like, that's fucking East Haven.
That's what Orient means. East on top,
Well,
I was.
philosophically.
I
It
mean,
could mean other things too. That's why I was like, DM him, please.
this just proves that this certainly wasn't Occidental.
Now,
Get out.
Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out.
This broom chasing a chocobo around.
Was Koke saying something?
yes, I'm calling for now.
Tyro, can you watch this guy for a moment?
Sure.
Make sure he took
Yes.
all those weapons off of him.
Yes.
You know more about the Four Kingdoms than I do, and hopefully we can collaborate with these here. What happens to the husband of the Empress if she dies? Is it succession to the next in line, or does it go to him?
I have my hunches out of character, but DM.
Yeah, no, this is something that you would intrinsically entertain. You don't even need a fucking roll for this. You know that if Elion were to die, that Germán would hold the throne in a largely clerical sense. He would become sort of a regent, but the succession would fall where it would look below him. It would look below her, and immediately Hitomi would be to be crowned. Failing Hitomi, it would be Vis. Failing Vis, you would go back up the tree and down another branch until you found the next eligible woman.
Okay, so that's actually what I was thinking about out of character earlier this week. Basically, Germán would act as think of it as like a ruling regent, but it would go to next female in line. So it would be either Hitomi, or if something happened to Hitomi, it would be Vis. If it was Vis, it would go to the next, basically, royal female.
We have to entertain the possibility that Roderick wasn't attempting to be assassinated here.
I'd actually agree with you on that point, and I've actually explained to Koke the tattoo I just saw on the assassin.
You get the dump. As she explains
Right.
to you from 25 feet away, just standing, yelling at each other.
And
Right.
I Pyro as well when I was next to him, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
An extremist faction, you say?
Pretty freaking extreme, yes.
That would explain such a heavy-handed tactic.
That would also explain why they waited until after they did the whole "now pronounce you man or wife."
That's-
If they had a problem with it.
That's what I'm. No, that's what's got me thinking about this. They waited until this was official.
Either someone failed in lowland politics, or I am reading something incorrectly here, because it would have just went once again directly to Hitomi or Vis.
Did we see that while the other assassins used crossbows, the one that attacked Roderick used a blow dart?
Yes. Yeah, people, those who were present up on the panel or in line of sight of that noticed all the weapons in use. And you notice that he was unique in using a blowgun.
He used a blowgun, which is better at poisoning, as far as I know. When we unfreeze the petrified one, we need to see if he has any more doses on him. I can identify what he was using. If it was something that causes unconsciousness rather than death or debilitation, then we have a good idea of what they were after.
the other thing to figure out will be who exactly leads this faction of psychos.
Were any of the other weapons poisoned? I didn't quite get a good look at them.
Did you pick any of them up? Like,
I myself did not. I was all the way out in the crowd. I never had a chance to get on the stage. Period.
no, but like, if
When
you
you were-
already rummaged.
Oh,
Any
for
weapons
his
that
daggers, yeah, I could check.
they had, Chef has taken with them
Okay.
into this interrogation. She's brought their entire inventories for
Mhm.
reasons.
The one that Nell looted through, you didn't find any poison on him. Not a drop.
I wonder if the others had it. Granted, he seemed pretty eager to get the hell out, so.
Of course, I'm assuming someone's dragging him up here now. I mean,
Right now,
Okay.
Tyro's next to him.
Oh, I could absolutely drag him. In fact, I put my hand on his shoulder, dimension door,
And away they go.
center stage.
Mm-hmm. This guy, yeah.
That's
Whip.
Yeah.
As he dumps out prone into space, fucking divinity style.
as I kind of crouch down. It's like, good afternoon to you. We need to have a little bit of a chat.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's scared enough, Tyro.
Kind of looks, it's like, well, it doesn't look like he sold himself, so I think he's all set for now. Anyway, judging from my Bermudian friend's description of your tattoo, we know that you're from East Haven. Now, the question that I would have is naturally I'm guessing there are some in East Haven that are not thrilled about the.
You want to do this on the freaking balcony?
We have an interrogation room being set up, Tiro.
Yep.
Just
That we do.
take him in.
Hold your horses. Hold your freaking chocobos there.
but I'm
Hold
with
your
I'm
horse
with
birds.
I'm
What's
all
the
the way
evening
with friggin' Chef. But I'm not Tyros.
Did we see where Chef went?
Those who were around, who wasn't
Would have gone
around?
to Drummond's study.
Okay, Koke and Vis and shit at least, and Chef's gone, and Eleanor, but Eleanor's gone. All know that that we're fucking going to the study.
So, yeah.
I'll
Shall we go
So,
there?
I'll tell him.
Hmm.
they're making the study to suit our purposes. You can take him up. If I'm right, then Beast is in just as much danger, and I don't want to relax until we know that if these were the last wave.
So we
Very
have
well.
someone on
Is,
Hitomi and
Would
Is
Jamon
Roderick up
study
there
be
as well?
within 680 feet of me?
Are you intricately familiar with the study? Is the bigger
I-
Sleep in it.
question.
We've been in the study to
680
sleep in.
feet. Yeah, you guys have
Sure.
stayed there. I
Sure,
would
but-
say he. Oh god, 680 feet.
It's a big distance.
I'm trying to
Even if I
conceive of
The
how
hallway
long that
they-
is.
Even though I can get to like the hallway that the study's in would be sufficient.
should we have someone watching the other princess as well? You know, just saying.
You could get within fucking spitting range of the study from where you are at 680 feet. As that you are familiar with the location.
Alrighty. I guess in that case, does Cocaine now want to watch watch Jeremy and Hitomi as I drop him off to interrogation?
I'll take these two guards here. They can help me. I'll get Cookie to go back to the ship. We'll bring the crew. Between me, the crew, and the guards, we should be fine. You need to get answers.
Fine with me.
That's good. That's
Dimension to it at a hallway.
God damn it! Wait, Taro!
What?
Well, you're already gone anyways.
Just now runs.
You
Full
have,
out run.
you have
The
about.
problem
you
is I
have
can
about
only take
three-
one.
You have about 3 seconds. Like you always gotta cast it. It's a standard action. Like there
Full
is
out
time
dash,
to get him to
just,
stop.
Just cursing at freaking. Well, people are already there anyways. Just people with magic, man.
When you have 40 MP but 0 fucks.
Mm-hmm.
To be perfectly honest, I'm now down to 19 MP because that fight took 15 out of me, and
Whoa,
I'm now
Nelly,
used
you can
Dimension
only
Door twice
teleport
already.
like you can only teleport like 5 more times.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Well, that's all happening. I'll rally the two guards that I've got with me. I'll rally with Kaya and Cookie. Ask
Mhm.
Cookie if he will go to the ship, bring everybody,
Yeah.
get them to stop coming.
You gesture Kaya over. She comes over. You run up the fucking stairs with him. You know, as you round the top, you just hear the fucking elephant that's still
That's
there.
amazing. That's still really, really amazing. But Cookie, I need you to head back to the ship, pick up the crew. Don't teleport them all here. That'll cost way too much. Just get them all to rally here. We'll be in the throne room. We need to just make sure that nothing more happens.
Well, okay, hang on. Reaches forwards, card, bap, elephant gone. It's
Best trick ever.
always good to have an elephant in your pocket.
looks over to the just the splat. I'd say so.
Is that a pachyderm in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
Both.
Both.
Yes.
The pachyderm his. Oh boy.
Ugh.
Oh God.
Okay. I'll hoof it. And off he goes. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Tommy, Roderick, you're with me.
Fucking fap.
Actually, wait, am I completely out of the room yet?
I mean, are you? Where are you?
Well, if I see her heading towards Roderick, if I'm heading out, I'm gonna poke Cookie in the shoulder and just try to get more information on that group from Roderick if you can.
What did you call them? The Orient? Is that right?
The Orienters.
The Orienters. Okay.
Sorry, I was opening up a candy bar here and I didn't have my notepad open.
I'll ask him, but I've got to remain on guard.
Right,
A
and I
priority here.
dash back out to head to the study.
Okay. And Nell up and away.
I'll just scoop my collection of people into the throne room if I can, and we'll just be there on guard. I'll ask about them, but otherwise, I'm gonna remain with Petrify as a ready action.
Okay. Okay, so you're Koke, Vis, Kaya, 2 guards, and Potomi Roderick, right? You're all going to the
Yep.
throne room?
Yep.
Okay. You all work your way in there, you find you find the table, you plant yourselves, fucking standing by. Cookie going getting a boat of people. Meanwhile, Chef, you arrive back at the study, and German runs around making all the preparations. Some hearty chairs are garnished.
Yeah, how many chairs are there?
Well, he's got a few in his study, but they're really nice, and they get kind of scooted off to the side, and like big crude chairs are brought in, like
Yeah,
Right.
we don't
like
complain
work
about
chairs.
With restraints?
I'm assuming I'm gonna need probably bare minimum 3 chairs and some rope.
Okay,
Well,
you
the
have
rope
3
machine's
chairs,
coming, so don't worry.
and you have the rope that is on your Macy's Day assassin statue, but
Nah, I'm actually gonna need more. There is a plan here.
okay.
Don't worry, I'm
Yeah.
coming.
Meanwhile,
I'm coming.
your rope manufacturing
wouldn't
man is on his
Wouldn't
way.
wouldn't the 3D rope printer arrive while I'm waiting for the
Actually,
chairs
wait,
and
would it be
stuff?
possible to put them both in a
Pretty much.
separate room? Because I have an idea about this.
And
We've got 2 plans.
as Chef's got like sitting the chairs out like oh yeah, this is gonna be perfect. Tyra comes in like, well, you need some rope, and like 8 seconds later, Nell comes in like, I've got a plan too, and you're all there. Yeah, no, Tyro doesn't come, and Tyro just there, and then
Magic and shit.
half a minute later, Nell comes hoofing up.
Yeah, out of breath
I mean-
because fucking hell.
The statue isn't unpetrified yet, so.
Mm-hmm.
we-
Chef's
Yeah, we still need
Chef's
to
sitting
believe
there
for
just
that.
admiring a bunch of chairs with a statue with some rope dangled up in it.
Right.
What are y'all doing?
Oh right, we have the conscious one.
Yeah, we do.
Wait,
Side room?
There.
can I drop the bodies now? I don't like them. They're weird.
Look, if
Oh.
you're gonna throw such a fuss, fine, I'll take them off.
Isn't
As
the conscious
she
guy in the
responds-
room right now as well?
And she responds to just pulling the bodies off.
Unless
Shaking
Tyro's translating it.
uncomfortably.
Well, I mean, technically Tyro's still in the room anyway. I mean,
I thought I had
You
lost
translate
this.
all the conscious guys there though.
And stand by. Copy. Fucking, where is it? I
I
just
mean-
found it.
Pasta? Where's the pasta?
Pasta.
If you
Pasta.
want, I could take him first before we unpetrify this one.
Because I found the study from the way back, like session 2.
There's a blood spatter in the corner with Ryuk stuff.
I thought they got that clean by now.
I did. Fucking. I'm just gonna reply back to Chef and Barmisi. Let me handle this first, alright? And if that fails, you can do whatever you want.
Fine.
Here's the nice chairs. Here's the workshop. Oh, too big.
Big
Here's-
bunny.
Here's the work chairs.
Goldilocks.
Goldilocks and the 3 chairs. A classic story.
About 3 chairs getting burgled by a young girl with too much time on her hands. So much to live for.
There we
Spoiler:
go.
none of them feel just right. They all have splinters. It's gonna
Well,
be painful the entire time.
Is Nell taking the tied up one somewhere else?
I was checking to see if there was like a side room that I could do, because it would be better if we could separate them.
There is a guest room just next door.
Okay, before I bring them in there, I'm gonna poke my head in and see how it looks in there.
There appears to be no one currently staying in it. There, fucking whip.
Okay.
It was
That
one of the
looks-
rooms. It was one of the rooms offered to you guys when you spent the night last night. This just
Could you give me control of chairs and corpses, and I'll just sort out the interrogation room while she does that?
sure. Here,
See what she's up to.
Freaking cat.
what here?
You
I
feed
didn't
him
use
once.
Dimension Door for that one.
Very true.
You feed him once.
Jeez, what did you feed him?
I don't know.
Not survival chicken. That is absolutely for certain.
No, I noticed that was bad from the start. So I just
That was
used
fucking despair chicken there.
that was poison chicken. It's like, yeah, I'm not gonna eat that after seeing what happened.
Don't eat that pie. It's a poison magic pie.
But yeah,
Whip.
since we're doing that, I'm gonna take a look at the guy. How does he look?
Which one?
The tied up
The
assassin
tied up
right in front of me.
guy here, and as I go through and give all the players taking control of all the chairs and people and stuff,
Yeah.
you glance and
The
see
chairs
he
are-
appears to be at full health and is otherwise tied up
And probably scared shitless from being teleported twice.
because.
Pretty much, yeah.
The chairs are in front.
All right, give me a second.
Sorry.
To sand. There we go. You are now free to
Thank you.
control about the cabin.
It's, well, I don't really need to control the guy on my end. Alright. Basically
But
going
you
to
can.
face the guy, just try to say in a easygoing manner. Now then, seems like you're in quite a bit of a situation. Why don't you
Mhm.
help us out and we'll try to help you?
He doesn't say
No.
anything.
Really? You're really gonna make this difficult.
Mm-mm.
Well, it would be really helpful if you would actually say something then. Why were you here?
But vacation?
Do we
Just-
really
We don't need a sense motive.
You
for
don't
that.
need a sense motive
No.
for that.
Okay, good, because I don't really feel like wasting a D3 just to see through that kind of bullshit.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna use Intimidate.
Good luck.
I just imagine hearing General Pepper's voice.
Just gonna glare at him in response. I mean, it's not a 1. It's not a 1.
Ooh.
You're just skirting the ones now.
It's not a 1. I mean, it's still a freaking 22.
Kinda.
I'm not an edge rat. I'm not murder doggo, but I can still
He's
scare something if I wanted to.
he's very, very scared of you right now.
Is that a -4?
Yeah. it's a
He's
-4.
very afraid.
Okay.
Deep breath. Now, let's try this again. Except this time, the truth. I'm just here to help you.
We we came to take out the royal family for East Haven.
Funny you say that when you have your prince marrying into the family. That should be a pretty strong alliance.
Wasn't our idea of a good idea.
You know, I had this talk with one of your generals here before. It was, what was it, like 2 weeks ago now?
Something like that.
And we came to the conclusion that if you actually brokered into an alliance with Lowen, it would be basically more beneficial for both your countries. If I recall correctly, the biggest problem that your country has is you're having trouble obtaining food and whatnot, correct?
I'm looking up the guy's name. I know it's here. It is. Grand Admiral of the East Haven Allied Forces, George Franz.
Yes, I actually had George France in my
Yeah.
notes.
He kind of leans away from you. better for some. Not for the real East Haven. You wouldn't understand.
Try us.
I know more about the Four Kingdoms than you think.
Then you'd know that this, and he kind of like wiggles around. It's the women are all in charge here. He marries her. He's his now. He's hers now.
You realize there were peace talks going on between 3 of the 4 kingdoms, correct? They were working to find a way so Lolan didn't just have full control of East Haven.
Sure. And then, of course, they've got to marry our prince. That's just very convenient.
I'm pretty sure the 2 were pretty happy with the arrangement as well. It wasn't forced.
There's no way.
Why don't you speak to Roderick yourself then? Obviously unarmed, but
He's not gonna see reason. He spent all this time with all of you. You've got him, he kind of makes lewd gestures.
As much as he can, tied up.
Mm-hmm. Just fucking does the worm on the floor. So I'm still imagining he's prone to here, like.
I'm thinking behind the back, he's got one hand making the ring, the other with the pointer finger.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I just nodded to Tyra. I was like, does it look like either of us are affiliated with Lolan? We aren't even from around here. We don't give a damn if everything goes directly to Lolan. We'd rather it all be equal.
Looks left at Ratwoman, looks right at Catman. You kind of look the part.
My ears aren't that long. And
Beak
neither
knock.
There's a beak knocking at your door.
Yeah, jeez.
Tyra, can you get
are
that on
woodpeckers
busy?
native to this area?
What's a woodpecker?
Ghost open the door.
There's a
Or,
bird.
Excuse me, this is Final Fantasy. It would be a woodpecker.
Yes,
Mhm.
Echo, what is it that you need?
Garrick being here, Jeff is being
Disturbing.
unpleasant. I don't like what
Yeah.
he's doing.
As Echo
Tyra
is
just
seeing,
kind of like imagines the kind of things that. Yeah, sure.
Echo is seeing what I posted in the thing. So yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Alright. Just do try to keep your voice down for the time being. Okay.
Either way, you're obviously incorrect. Once again, neither of us are affiliated with Lolan. Which is why I decided it would be best that if you and I talked alone.
Okay.
Look, what does your group want? Other than obviously trying to butcher 2 of the royal, well, I guess now 2 of the royal family.
We want our prince back. We want our autonomy and our freedom and to be left alone and not to get all tangled up in all these weird alliances with all these weird folk.
So they're racist and sexist.
Kill him.
You say this to 2. Like, the room is literally full of neutral good people right now.
Yeah.
He's a fool. You should eat him.
Not this one.
This is a different room.
As Rex leans into the fucking campaign. He's a fool. You should eat him.
The fact of the matter is,
I'll do it.
the various
God.
kingdoms in this land actually getting along and creating a sustainable environment for everyone involved is not exactly a bad thing. Which, from the way you make it sound, you seem to be against.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm not saying anything. I'm waiting to see how this guy responds to Tyro.
And we got the blip from Ren. He may have to stand by on this one
Not be
because
here.
he's feeling a little tired. Okay, what did Tyra ask him?
Uh, basically, basically for what the four kingdoms, or at least three of the four, are trying to achieve, is essentially a sustainable relationship to basically make it so that we're not at each other's throats, which honestly is not a bad thing. I mean, granted, nothing's absolutely perfect. It's always going to take work to do, but sustainable is nice.
It's not sustainable. It's never been.
You never know until you try. That's the whole reason why the heirs are getting together and speaking. They believe that there can be a better future.
Wow. Kids will be kids, I guess.
Kids who seem to have a much better grasp on reality than adults, it would seem.
He just looks away and rolls over.
Well, kind of looks at now it's like, all right, so where do we want to go from here?
Well, he's already pretty much told us why he's here.
Well, I mean, why he's here, wanting them dead, yes. A slight motive. There is one other thing.
Oh.
With this faction, are they connected with any of the more wealthy members of East Haven? Part of, any higher ups that would basically be funding them, if you will.
And it is a merchant-based kingdom. Well, I'm assuming since we're right by the guy, he heard everything.
Glance, glance, glance.
Now, here's the thing. I would really like you to tell me who it is that exactly hired you for this job. Granted, you failed miserably, and unfortunately, I'm starting to run out of patience here because the thing is, you don't tell us anything. Ultimately, you're probably going to be beheaded. The more information you give, the more likely you'll survive. I can't guarantee that, but it certainly won't hurt your chances to give us information. And I expect you to answer honestly as I cast Dia3 on him. He must make a will save where he takes a -6 to skill checks, which includes bluff.
Okay. Okay. Will save, you
And the
say?
DC is 17.
DC is 17, and for the intents of this,
Well,
y'all should
we'll
not
take
know if he makes it or not. Will save. Will +1. Okay.
Keep in mind
What was the
he's
DC?
casting this.
17.
Okay.
Keep in mind as he's casting this, I just also add in. Now, if you're worried about being beheaded by a woman, I'm pretty sure Lord Germond would also be more than willing to do so. After all, you did try to murder his daughter.
Should let a woman do it. Ultimate dishonor.
Eh.
He'll go to man hell.
It's Mel. No.
Jeez.
All
Why
that's on TV is women's entertainment. Why?
Oh god, that is hell. Read broadcastively, women. God. Save me.
He.
It's just endless Golden Girl reruns.
What were you guys asking him again?
Basically, I want to know who it is that was in charge of setting this up. Whether it was someone higher up within the, I guess, quote unquote, hierarchy or the governmental system of East Haven.
We're looking for a name as well, if possible.
Yeah.
Checking something. Okay. It's if it was the government. It was them the whole time.
Lovely.
when you say the government, are you saying directly in term did Jermon's father,
Not
or not?
my
Sorry, not
Roger.
Jermon, Roderick's
Wrong-
father. Get
wrong
the
guy.
okay.
Straight from the top, yeah.
I'm
Tell him
tempted to
if he-
sense motive on this bullshit.
Do it
Tell him
Okay.
if I
anyway.
tell him if he's lying, I'll sit on him.
Actually, do you want to sense motive instead of me?
Yeah, I can do that. I'm even gonna. Actually, I just got this level. I have wisdom aura now. While Will goes, why all the auras?
Little like wisdom flash in Nell's eyes, like boing, mode change.
Yeah.
I suddenly feel like I could heal for more.
All the
Jesus
seriously,
Christ.
they're not ones, but what's the
He's-
actual
They're
fuck?
not ones, but whoa.
Oh,
You know what?
Jesus
I'll
Christ.
assist for shits and giggles.
He's very hard to read. Yeah, and Tyro could make one as well.
What is
plus
that? Plus
40.
3 or plus 4?
Plus 4.
Okay.
It's my charisma bonus, so.
Which I need a forward slash for that. Shit. There we go.
He looks like he's being very guarded. You can't really tell. You can't really tell either, Tyro.
I got a roll too, but for some reason I
Okay.
opened the wrong thing. But so
As,
I mean,
as the
can
Chocobo
translate if you
also
speak.
attempts to discern.
plus 4, Echo.
plus 4.
Yeah, because for her aura plus your wisdom mod, yep.
Yeah. Okay. I thought my page was open, but apparently it isn't. Okay. Oh, okay. So it's just a.
Wow. Well, we got a lot of info out. But I get the feeling we're gonna need Roderick's help with this.
Get a Roderick's help, or I may just turn him over to Chef and see what happens.
Let's.
Meanwhile, in the other room, Chef, you're there. You've got a petrified stone man in a chair. You've got another man tied down to another chair. You've got a third man tied down to another chair. They're all fucking dead. Like, it's just...
There is method to the madness, trust me.
mm-hmm.
And
And
I'll
scene.
grab popcorn to
What are
enjoy
you
the
doing?
madness.
I asked Jermon to supply a gold needle in the interim here.
Sure. And he gestures off, and eventually a servant wanders back with a single pointed piece of gold.
All right, gold needle. Is there anywhere that I could sit and look like Astrid in Skyrim, start of the Dark Brotherhood quest line?
There's a desk over here. There's bookcases along the north and the south wall. You could get, for instance, up on here. I'll draw them in here. Oh, here. Let's see if we got an art asset.
I mean, I could just scoot over one of the good chairs. There's not going to be any blood on it.
There. Come on, come on. Speed decorating. Doodle-doo-doo. Doodle-doo-doo. Bookcases. Bookcases up here too. God damn it!
All
Come
of
on.
them. Well, yeah, because this is a study. It's full of books. Books for days.
Yeah.
Bam, bookcases. And a
Where-
desk.
I mean, I'm assuming that these bookcases are, within a 10-foot jump to sit on top of.
Yeah, you could bounce your
As-
way up there
as
pretty deftly.
I can take a 10 and have a 31. So yeah, I'm gonna. Could you bump Chef to the top, to the front?
Mm-hmm. Just a second. As I fit in all the
Fireplace.
decor. Yeah. To front. To send.
All right. Gonna give it to Germond. Hop up, sit on the top, cross the legs, hold the sword out and let it hang. hand up on chin.
Mm-hmm.
End scene, Germond.
All right. Leans forward. Poke. Magical. Whoosh. Needle is consumed. Jermon steps back a few paces.
Oh, make sure he tightens the ropes.
He starts to kind of sluggishly. As he slowly the skin slides back into from gray to a peachy gray to a peach, and his arm kind of falls and he slumps
Oh.
back in the chair.
I hope you'll be more fun than the other two.
As fucking sees Facey McMelt that got a face full of harm touch in his last hit point. Like, oh god. Looks up. What? How did
They
you...
decided that they wouldn't tell me anything.
Stand
You might
by.
not have seen me in the crowd. I look different then.
I'm gonna roll the intimidate check.
Okay, yeah, okay. You go and roll your intimidate.
This is the one. This is it. This is gonna be the one.
I thought we saw A1.
Are there any bonuses
Like-
for the setup?
Has anyone rolled above a 10?
Yeah, and you're
I mean,
way
I've
out of
been-
15 feet, so even if I knew what you're doing now, I can't give anything.
The only one to roll over a 10 was the dude with a -4,
It's ridiculous.
which
Yeah,
put it
and-
under a 10.
And I'm assuming he made his wisdom save. God damn it.
Okay. As
I
you
have an idea when we go back to him. So
sort of look down at him, and he sort of takes in this whole scene. Glances around. Glances up at you. Sorry, neither will I. What's your CM? Oh god,
27.
27, yeah. Fucking ropes!
No.
Hop down, great sword in hand.
Having fun?
Looks up and around at you. What do you
I'm going
want?
to lay the sharp edge of the great sword on his wrist and just let it rest.
I want to know why. You thought it was a good idea to disrupt such a lovely wedding.
I wouldn't say lovely. Slumps back down.
trying to think. They would say.
What makes you say that? Looked fine from where I was sitting.
Oh god, he's ascending.
He is now Assassin the White.
There we go. Fought a Balrog, whole thing. You really don't understand anything.
I understand lots of things. People are usually more willing to talk when they threaten to lose certain
Tip of great sword trails to crotch.
pieces of anatomy.
It's not gonna work on me.
Mm,
If you get Carl out of my face, he's dripping.
Does it
Honestly,
bother you?
that's-
I mean, honestly, a little.
Suddenly you have a problem having someone else's blood on your hands.
Oh my god. You think you're some kind of hero, coming in with that dark black armor and your great sword.
I'll literally be a fly on the wall.
Something like that. It's fun.
Well, you're nuts.
Says the enemy of the state.
Your state, not mine, love.
Kill him.
Not always a response.
Does he have a draw menu?
Actually, yeah, does he have a draw menu?
He does not. He is, alas, completely mundane. Knows not a spell to be had.
What a shame. What a shame. I'm gonna cut his hand off.
God damn!
Okay, as you make an
He's
attack.
tied up, so he's
Yeah, no,
so
still he's helpless.
helpless.
He's a helpless target. Never mind. Do your crit damage to sunder his hand.
And we're gonna find out how thick these walls are.
Finally, someone who threatens and actually goes through with it. I'm proud of you.
We didn't fit-
Oh,
we
this
didn't
is
harm
this
anyone.
is with a vicious greatsword. This is wonderful. Does why is it? Wait, why is it?
I'm
oh
pretty
yeah.
sure all
Does
die
vicious,
crit.
does
I'll
vicious
double
get
check that.
multiplied?
I'm checking
No?
that.
I haven't been multiplying it myself. I've only crit once, but you know.
And for shits and giggles, Tyler's gonna roll perception to see if he hears anything.
I'm gonna go with no for now, but I will double check that to see if.
Let's do the
Okay,
perception.
I don't think
So,
it might not.
2d6 from the sword, multiplied, and then an additional 2d6 from vicious.
Yep, there it is. Some weapons deal additional dice of damage and
There's
it
the
multiplies.
ones.
Additional dice of damage are not
Yep.
multiplied when the attack is
And
close to
there's the
critical.
damage to myself.
Maximum
You know,
6.
that's
Wow.
fine. You're torturing, not killing.
Now it's a freaking something above a 10 when it doesn't fucking matter.
Is that your perception?
Yep, that was and mine as well. It's 29.
You hear kind of
Just take a 10.
you hear muffled through the wall. Ah! Ah! Ah!
I guess the question is, does the
does our guy
tied up
hear it?
one hear it as well?
Oh yeah, no, he's just like looking at you guys, looking at wall, looking at you guys.
Kinda
Meanwhile,
look back,
Chef,
oh,
Chef from the next
Chef's
room
having
over,
fun.
you hear ah! Ah!
I just give a grin at the guy and go, aren't you glad he talked to us instead?
He slowly nods.
Do we downstairs in the throne room hear screaming?
You guys hear the first scream, not the second scream.
Also, I kind of want to convey to Thyro through translator. He was trying to run away. He's a coward.
Yes, yes, he is.
Also attempted to assassinate a couple at their wedding. Quite a bit of a coward.
I'm kind of trying to illustrate that, I wouldn't know as a bird, but out of character, it's like he was an assassin trying to avoid his duty when he saw it wasn't going right.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of. Wouldn't the superiors love to hear that?
The guy, after a few moments of collecting himself, the man in the chair, now dishanded, glances up at Chef. You cut my bleeding hand off.
Next time I won't be so merciful. We'll go one digit at a time for the other hand. Talk.
Do you want another intimidate?
Yep, make another intimidate.
As a side note,
That die just scared the shit out of me.
Hits
It
the
stopped
one.
on the one
Rolls.
just long enough.
As a side note, I am conveying this all to Eleanor right now about the hand being cut off, and they reply back with, "That's what happens when you sharpen the edge."
hmm They should just watch the episode.
I
really.
advise it, but not feeling up to it.
All right. You see him glance down at his other hand. You see him kind of rock his fingers a little bit and glance back up at you. By the way, which hand did you take, right or left?
The one on this side, so the right.
Okay.
I took the important one.
He kind of glances back up at you.
You could be left-handed.
Spits down on the carpet. German kind of does like, you see him take a step forward, almost like a hey, then oh yeah, no, we're pouring blood all over the floor right now anyway. It doesn't matter.
That's my floor. Oh,
What did you want to know?
Just start talking. I'll pick out the important bits.
All right then. When I was 5, my mother died, and I was taken away to an orphanage.
Join the club.
There I was picked up by a traveling troupe of cannibalistic musketeers. They carried me across the countryside for 5 days before we found a spring of magic water. A good drink of that, and I gained the power to throw knives better than any man on earth. I took my great abilities, and wanted to start a life for myself. I
Chef
met
is
a
just
small,
giving
I met a young
Drummond
girl.
The most stone cold look from behind the fake helmet.
Soon we were married. I built her a small cottage in the field, but one
Fast
day while I was out,
to the
from,
bit about East Haven and this alliance.
But
actually, we never
but the
told
men came,
about
burned the cottage down, and came back to the field. She was dead. On to the next town.
This is a really great fabricated story.
Tell your ultimate motive on it.
Yeah, you want to make a sense motive on that?
I don't care if it's fake or not. It's irrelevant. But I will anyway. At a -1, because I've got 8 wisdom.
Rolling that 20 is like,
Why die?
He's probably telling the truth. At the very least, he believes it. Like,
Great, that's use that shit.
it's been a very that's fucking how these checks work. At the very least, he believes it, and you believe that he believes that. That is a ridiculous life story, man.
He was a PC in disguise.
What about Germond? I'm sure he's got a better
Yeah,
sense
how's
motive.
Devon taking all this shit?
Hopefully he's got a better sense motive. An interrogator with a poor sense motive is kind of bad.
or at least a wisdom. Jesus Christ.
Jermon kind of just gives a glance over to Chef and raises an eyebrow of like, damn, this guy's got a crazy story.
I'm just gonna point out that every roll we've done over 10 has been a fucking 13. Is anyone else a little bit creeped out?
Mentok, the mind taker.
What? Actually, Tiro got a 14. So,
Oh, okay, never mind then.
Hey, while we're down here for
But other
absolutely
than that,
no
it's
reason
been-
at all, I'm
Mhm.
gonna think about like alchemy things and what kind of poisons assassins would use with a craft alchemy. Just kind of thinking
Mhm.
about check to see if I 17.
Okay.
Shit.
You're familiar with a few different kind of poisons. You know that there's something called King's Sleep that does Constitution Drain. That could be used to knock someone out. You know there's something called Dreaming Death, but that one's usually inhaled. That knocks people out for 10 minutes. It's that sort of stuff. Like you kind of go through the list, and there's a lot of different kind of poisons that would make somebody forget, that would make somebody sleep about something. You know that there's something called Sweet Dream, that is it's a poison that would cause someone to fall asleep and forget the moments before sleep, kind of like a date rape drug.
Yeah.
Mental note.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I was mostly doing it just to make a random check that Koge would be thinking about, just to see if I rolled higher than a 10 or a 13, and I hit a 17. So like whatever.
From the drought, one can hope. I knock on wood here.
The guy kind of glances up at you,
Anyway,
Chef.
yeah.
Following my long and storied tale of revenge for the gang that slaughtered my beautiful, gorgeous gal, I signed up with the Orienters. Kind of leans his neck towards you to see his tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
Gave myself a new cause to fight for, protecting East Haven. Eventually, one day, I'm approached by a man fairly high up, given us the contract to assassinate the would-be Queen of Lullen before she had a chance to wed our dear prince.
Here, a little bit slow and take there.
Moment too late.
Well, plans changed a little bit. Would you like to make a sense motive check?
No.
Okay.
I have a -1. I'm hoping Germond is fact checking over there.
Just has like Wikipedia open.
13, 12? Oh, I gotta double check. I think it was 12. Because I've got to do like all these checks in secret because of the nature of lying and stuff, and all of the truths and shenanigans. Yeah. Kind of looks over at Chef. Shake head, no.
Okay.
Well,
When are you going to stop bullshitting me?
I hate to break it to you, but almost everything I've said here has been true.
You are almost.
Finger time, finger time, finger time.
As the neutral good chocobo on the other side.
Gonna walk over to the other side, lay the greatsword on his pinky finger.
What parts weren't true?
Oh, glances at the sword, glances at you. Make an intimidate check.
Make a better intimidate check.
Yeah, come on.
I gift you my 17. Go forth and roll high.
Oh my god. 575.
Whoa.
Seriously, what is
We're
with all the 20 tonight?
experiencing some fringe.
You
Is it time to change your dice color?
you pull you pull the sword back slightly. All of it wasn't true. Not a word of it. Of course, obviously. Oh my god.
Look to Germond.
Okay.
Doesn't
and
care
then
anyway, cutting off the finger.
Looks
Yeah,
to
he lied to
Germond.
you.
Germond has no idea.
Can
He lied to you.
Can you suppress vicious?
No.
Well,
I do have a cure materia on.
As,
Yeah, you may want to
as,
cure him.
as
That
you
I would've
race.
Hmm?
As you and
As
your
I
health
race
races
him.
him, like.
Well, has it been 30 seconds since the last swing? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, that bumps me back up to 30 because cure materia
Question,
in
how
my
does-
armor.
how does
It only goes to
Human Magic work with
50%.
amputation?
Yes, I know. That's bringing me to 50%, 30 of 61.
Ah, okay.
How does Cure Magic work with amputations?
does what?
It does not. I think specifically it does not. It doesn't just grow. It doesn't
Heals-
grow bips back.
Heals the stump.
Yeah. I mean, it'll.
He's
It won't. It will make it so he's not bleeding out of the stumpy fingery bit, but it won't like sprout a new finger because
well, there you go,
there's
Chef.
other magic for that. But
Yeah.
There you go, Chef.
I mean, we do have a raise materia.
literally,
It only has one charge on it.
I
currently.
would like us all to know that because he was very curious, my nephew is watching this stream.
Oh god.
Oh boy.
Wait, how old is your nephew?
Quite
Best
young.
time to tune in. Best time to tune in.
This episode in particular, with how just oh my god it is.
Sinister
burp.
it is.
Yeah. So yeah, there's that. Hello.
Oh, hi, kid. I'm gonna cut his finger off.
Oh my god.
Oh.
You bring your sword down and for the sake of this, yeah, can you actually make for me a to hit roll?
Kill. Don't crit.
Um. Oh yeah, it is a. Whoa.
Okay. You take off all four of his fingers inadvertently. You had kind
Okay.
of hoped to queue those up to do them one at a time, but once again, a chorus of screaming echoes through the castle.
I should just give him my dagger beforehand.
It's getting louder in there.
My blazes, just kind of hip leans slightly in your direction. Just take a look at my gear. Oh my god.
This is more fun.
Can I just punch him in the face?
You can. Go ahead and punch him in the
Still in
face.
there?
I think it's a 1d3 for a medium. It's just sock him in the face for the shits and giggles.
Alright, you sock him in the face.
That's non-lethal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it is being tracked as such.
All right. Well, I guess I'm gonna loot him then, while he's counting his teeth.
You loot. Let me real quick get his page all ready for you. Where are you? Where are you? There you are. Whom rogue. You look through his gear. You find 2 potions of Cure Light Wounds. You find 2 doses of arsenic. You find 3 doses of black adder venom. You find 3 doses of cockatrice spit. You find 1 fiddleback venom. You find 2 hag spirit, 4 rainbow jellyfish toxin.
God damn.
Oh my god!
Like as you just go through this dude's just thing, you find 1 dose of sweet dream. You find 1 dose.
You're gonna need to copy paste me all the
Okay.
poisons. Can I just have the
It's got a
relevant
freaking
plot?
apothecary thing.
Give me a second.
Are there any empty vials on him? That's a good
Let me
question.
just in the chat here. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
I just copy paste that on my sheet because
I will identify anything that you don't think you could identify.
are they labeled?
They are largely
Okay,
yes.
okay.
They're labeled. They appear to be consumer-facing poisons. In fact, you glancing at them, like some of the bottles are vaguely different, and the ones that are the same poison are the same bottle, and have printed labels, like not like scribbled on parchment and glued on, like literally go down to your medicine store and buy kind of labels on all of it.
Okay, so your local neighborhood drugstore sells poison.
You also find a blowgun, a masterwork blowgun, Oh, no, never mind. A
Oh,
plus one. A
Nelly.
plus one blowgun. It's a plus one blowgun. Okay.
Oh man, that's gonna be some gold.
You find 39 blowgun darts. You find a dagger, an alchemist's lab, a recipe book, and 6 empty vials.
6.
Any plot, any journal of my name is Evil McPerson and I want you to kill the Empress.
We're playing Dishonored now?
There's the
Murder
rest
she
of it.
down.
We have an edgy masked up person and someone who can teleport. Yeah, we're Dishonored now.
Are any of the empty vials any of the labeled ones? Like, are any of them used up? Like this.
Are you checking that, Chef?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm looking in the empty vials like,
There's no plot in here.
Where's my plot?
You don't find any notebook, you don't find the video game letter of I'll give you 200 gil if you kill the main characters, signed the guy the main characters are supposed to go confront. Like, but make a perception check for me though.
oh no.
As you
Where's my
eye
bonus?
through all this gear.
Where? There we go. Can I just take a 10 instead of rolling another 5?
Can you take 10 perception checks?
I
As
feel
long as
like
you're not in the middle of combat. Yeah.
I guess, yeah. Okay, you can sit there and glance
that's-
through these carefully here.
that's not a. Yeah, it's 15.
Sure. Okay. You do notice, because you've seen this before, branding on the blowgun, on the darts, on the dagger, on the lab, on the book. These were all made in Ethelney, manufactured in Ethelney. And you also find labeling on all of the weapons, like all of the weapon equipment. Apex Industries.
Okay.
Looks at you looking at over all the labels. There, you got your answer.
Yeah,
This just tells me where you buy your shit from.
Didn't spend a gil on it.
Looked at Germond.
Opposing checks. Oh, Jesus Christ, that actually swung the other way. Jermon looks over at you and nod. Yeah.
Alright.
I am going to use the cure materia on him.
Okay.
6
Roll your
plus,
healing.
Caster UMD 7 plus charisma.
Thwong.
I'd say he's feeling pretty healthy.
And then I'm going to cut his leg off.
I mean, he got a positive 14 from that, so.
And he is still alive. And is now legless on one
Thanks
side.
Thanks to the heal.
Mm-hmm. Which, I suspect that because I've given you control of the token, you can see his health bar as I track these things, but...
No, actually.
Actually,
can't?
I can see it. I
can
can
see
see
it.
it.
I can see it as well.
Yeah, I have control over it.
Yeah, no,
It's like I have
I gave it to everyone, so everyone could take them by the lapels
let me
and shake
refresh
them.
the page.
Everyone can see except the person that matters.
Oh god, the dead guy is
Oh, there
threatening.
they
Damn
are.
it! Quit it, guys! I will revoke your dead guy privileges.
See, someone just
s-
put multi-class as a puppet master. That's all.
So I'm going to stick his leg, and some of his fingers in the rope that he's bound in, just wedge them in there.
Got a dungeon?
What? Got a dungeon?
He was asking Javon.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh. Glances back over his shoulder. He want to talk to him. Never mind, embarrassing. Germont kind of looks at you, looks at the stumpy man, glances away. Does not throw up. Looks back at you.
Oh my god. Jeez.
We do have one room, but it's in use right now.
I could take him outside before I behead him then.
I would be very grateful for that.
Please don't bloody up my study even more. Jesus Christ, why?
Or
I'm gonna grab the back of the chair and just wood on wood, just
Which is-
scrape.
you have the power
Oh,
to
yeah,
do
I
that. As he and Germont exchange glances, as Germont looks at him and he looks at Germont with a like, don't let the bad man chop my head off. It disappears around the corner.
Knock, knock, knock.
On heaven's door.
Opens the door.
They could use a prestidigitation in there.
Wait a minute. I am hoping you found anything useful.
Tyro, as you step out into the
Apex
hallway,
Industries!
as you step out in the hallway and Chef yells back, Apex Industries, you do find, here, let me, for the sake of this,
Should I doodle the?
I got it.
Sort of walk toward the door, but don't look out.
Just kind of watch like a trail of blood going down the hallway. It's like, oh god. Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, do I recognize the name Apex Industries? Does that sound familiar to me?
Oh my
Go
god!
ahead
if
and
that's
make
the
a
plot
general
thread.
intelligence check.
1d20 minus 1.
Did all of us do that or just Echo?
Nope.
You don't recognize it. You're not sure if you don't think you've heard it before.
You do get prestidigitation, right? Like I'm not gonna have to come back and scrub this.
I don't think Tyra has it.
Yeah, no,
No, I don't even
that's-
think it's cantrip.
yeah, no, unless you picked it up as one of your arcane spellbook spells from
I did
Pathfinder.
not.
No, you don't got it. Like,
I'll ask Cookie, but you'll have to tell me that there's blood everywhere.
Did you?
Because I'm currently downstairs, just...
Well, weren't you gonna ask?
Yeah, I was waiting for all of this to be done first.
okay.
So I kind of turned to our tied-up individuals, like, yeah. it
Yeah,
looks like
as
we
he
did this
looks
one."
out the door and sees his leader, like one hand, like basically two handless and legless, trailing blood scraping down the hallway.
Yes, you see, our friend here is a little bit more.
Nope.
How do
I quit. I quit.
Yeah.
Nope. That's me. What do you want to know? I'll tell you anything.
That works for me. I want to know about
Oh,
Apex
yes.
Industries.
Like he just watched a man with no leg and no hand crammed into his lap that leg and that hand and those fingers just in a meatball being pulled down a corridor like he's in like literally just like Silent Hill. Like
Since our friend brought it up, Apex Industries. If you can give us names, that'd be fantastic as well.
Yes, and were
Please
you
and
actually
thank you.
bullshitting us about the little king of if I could actually get the right names, East Haven actually ordering the assassination?
Yep. No, that was all bullshit. We were approached by a representative from Apex. They gave us the weapons, they gave us the poisons, they gave us everything we needed to carry out the assassination attempt. We were promised money, we were given an opportunity to do what we wanted to do anyway, and this was great. So, yeah.
In terms of that, were you instructed to only kill Hitomi, members of the Lowland royal family, and
Mm.
leave Jeremy out of it if necessary?
It was left open to us, and we elected to bring Jeremy home because that's kind of our side of things. They were fine with him, dead or alive, but it was just don't chop all my legs off.
Ask about his tattoo.
We already know about
We already
that.
know what it is.
No,
Yeah.
but is it fake? Or not fake, but was it like?
He just said that they were going to do what they already wanted to do. I feel like the terrorist organization was approached because the political
Okay.
Yeah,
alignment.
they met.
Okay. I would have. Okay.
What kind of dealings does Apex do? I mean, obviously, other than subterfuge and attempted assassinations they want to have done. As in, what political sway do they hold within East Haven?
Are you asking him that, or are you asking me
I'm
that?
asking I'm asking the prisoner that.
Okay. Well, Apex Industries, they're known pretty far and wide as equipment manufacturers, largely military. They have a kind of a strong standing private army. They manufacture tanks and airships and, the scary stuff we didn't really get for this, but also weapons, magic arms, and armor, as you would expect out of any company. They have a lot of political ties in a lot of places. Most of their manufacturing is done in Ethylne. They export largely to Xanope. This dude just like textbooks into you. I don't really know what you want.
Just trying to get the big picture here. I can't work today. I don't know if you want to take over for a minute.
I mean, he pretty much told us almost everything we needed to know there.
Yeah.
You said they're a weapons manufacturer?
Yeah,
I caught a bit of it.
Apex, as in like an apex predator, and he does like a yeah kind of gesture. Glances through his equipment, reaches, pulls out. Oh no, he can't reach. He's fucking tied up. Tries to reach, can't reach. It's gone anyway. Looks up at Nell.
We took everything off him anyways. Yeah, I
Mhm.
just looked through his, his daggers.
And the long sword, the short sword.
Short sword? Okay.
Pull
Look at
pull
that.
out short sword, pummel, big logo of like, it looks like a Coral mid pounce. Little logo, a little encircled Apex Industries.
Well, it would make sense that a weapon industry wants to make sure a war continues. More money.
Yeah, and assassination at a wedding would be the greatest way to do it. Granted, if they actually managed to kill both of them, East Haven would blame Lowland for lack of security for allowing something to happen. Or would continue. That would be great.
He's just sitting
Well,
there nodding, like That was
I don't believe
our thought too.
I don't believe we caught your name. I'm sorry. What was that?
Can I get out?
Sure. I go if you wanna.
All right. Goes
I
open
can-
the door.
These are fancy doors, and I want to ruin them.
They are fancy
I mean, the
doors.
carpet's already ruined. I don't think one door is going
And as you open the door and step through, blood trail, follow blood trail back to Germon. Germon is just there, kind of stunned, one hand on the back of his neck in a like, what was I just party to? Like, what is it? Echo. And he's gone.
Trying to like
All right, I'm
maybe
coming along.
hold. Oh,
I wasn't knocking on the door again. I was just.
Oh, I didn't know if you wanted me to actually like
No,
translate for you or something.
No, I was trying to kind of get Germán to come over, not.
Oh, I gotcha.
He looks at Echo now, returning with Tyro. Hello, Tyro.
Come.
I don't. Looks at Tyro.
Echo wants you to follow.
Okay. And so
I'll be
he.
doing that fiasco. I'm trying to get this guy's name from him.
My name's David.
I'm assuming they closed the door.
Actually,
don't know,
tapped
did
the
Tyro
back button on my mouse.
No, I didn't. So the door's open.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me just real quick over here. Show nameplate. Boop. He wanders in. What did well, at least this one's all in one piece.
Yeah, we're not exactly as hands-on as Chef is technically. Although to Chef's credit, that interesting site made this one a bit more talkative, to the point where he gave us an encyclopedia's worth of knowledge.
The only thing we ask
Excellent.
is don't let Chef near him.
Not.
Yeah, it's just like I don't think I would do that. I would willingly do that to anybody ever.
Looks like it's Apex Industries we're after. Some weapons manufacturer. Have you heard of them before?
I have. Apex. Yes, they do large-scale military contracting.
Well, looks like they wanted to make sure the war continued.
Well, that checks out. It's uncanny for a company to be so bold. This surely we will go public with this. They will be ruined.
Actually, that comes up with another mind. Turns to the tied-up individual. Can you provide proof that Apex paid your organization to carry out the assassination?
Haven't paid us yet, but if we headed back to East Haven, we could find the head of my organization. You looks around between them. I'm gonna count on all of you protecting me now because of
I was actually going to ask, is there any way we can make sure he stays alive? Because if this company has this much power, we don't want to make sure he doesn't end up hung up in a cell somewhere. As in, hung by his neck. I say to Germán.
I mean, they managed to make it past all of our defenses on what was supposed to be a grand monumentous day. We did.
How did they get in those pies?
Relay. We have reason to believe our floral arrangement supplier was compromised, and you know how it goes.
Moral of the story:
it's so many moving parts for weddings.
Is the queen alright? At least I don't think I saw her when we were heading out.
Ask
She's
the tied
fine.
up guy. He how did they get in the pies?
Looks over at the tied up guy. Yeah, we made it through the florist. We paid him off. We snuck inside. Ta-da! We're there.
Yeah. Were there any others other than just those of you within the courtyard?
There were at least two plants in the audience as well that were scouting. they're gonna be gone by now. Otherwise, no. I hope.
Don't like that afterthought, I hope.
Were they instructed to do anything else or just watch?
No, just to watch. They were disguised into the crowd.
Okay, they weren't
That
told to do
way,
anything
in
else.
the event
then
that this
probably not
went
worth it.
bad, they could relay that, which I'm sure they will now.
What do
Okay,
they
so
look? Do you know what they look like? Quick, quick, quick!
It's already. They're probably too far out now.
If you
Yeah.
brought them to me, I'd recognize them, but good luck catching them in a city.
Clothes. People wear clothes. What clothes are they wearing?
How long in real life? I mean, in game time?
Hmm?
It's likely been way too long.
Probably. We've probably been at this.
It's been total since then, like 2.5 hours
Yeah, they're gone.
between all
Yeah.
of the running around and reorganizing and changing of rooms and.
I can run fast. Maybe if I know what to look for.
Oh, bad idea. Points for effort, but bad idea.
The problem is, if they find out that this was a complete bot and he shows up, getting that information would be much more difficult to tie Apex to this.
Much as I hate to say this, Jermond, you said that you probably wouldn't be able to guarantee his safety here.
We could try.
Well, we should probably bring it to the rest of the group, but we could probably either leave him here or, well, we're going to be on a friggin' airship. It'd be easy to watch him there.
It
If-
would be challenging for someone to intercept your team mid-flight.
If bad people are watching and they want the war to keep going, will they now attack East Haven?
Why would they attack East Haven?
To make it seem like because they want
Eight-
they
8 and
disguised
16 wisdom here.
they wanted the what's it they wanted East Haven people to attack here to make it seem like East Haven is still wanting war. But
Is there any way to make an official statement just basically saying, well, obviously they're going to know that there was an attack at the wedding. Is there any way to show that there was no ties to either any of the three kingdoms so people won't think East Haven did this?
We will send out couriers.
Like, if we can't find any proof about Apex Industries being behind this, we probably shouldn't say anything yet, but we should probably find said proof.
Just call it a third party. An as of yet unnamed third party.
Exactly. Thank you.
Motives are still
random cookie
unclear.
Nowhere.
Third party
Yeah,
gray market
Echo-
contractor.
Echo's worried about since this end failed, having
Mm-hmm.
them trying to turn it around to make it.
Why? No, suggesting that they say that none of the other kingdoms were behind this. Like,
Well,
I
yes,
said, third
but
party.
that doesn't mean East Haven isn't going to come to the same conclusion if they think Lolan attacked them.
we can't be in two places at once. We got to get the freaking Abaddon City.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. That's what Echo's trying to get across. Like, because if they attacked here to make us think that someone else attacked us, they could do that over there too.
What you're saying, but there's really not much else we can do about that, I don't think.
Yeah, especially if there were people watching to kind of, okay, well that failed, time for plan B kind of thing. I got
There-
wisdom, I can think things.
There would also be no reason for Lolan to attack East Haven, considering that they had this whole alliance with the. Either way, we're getting sidetracked here.
All right, what's going on down in the throne room with Koke and Co?
I am. As my crew arrived, yep, they're here. as I just try and set up a kind of like,
Yeah,
get them to.
in this intervening time, eventually Cookie returns with the other 7-ish people, just in tow. Well, actually, a few shy of the 7-ish people. They all look
Yeah,
very
some people.
nervous.
We're on guard duty, guys. That's who
Guard
wasn't
duty?
protecting. Yeah, well, there was just an assassination attempt, and everyone else is buggered off for the interrogation, so it's up to us. Okay?
Well, all right.
Excellent. I'll just kind of point out places for people to stand guard.
And then you look around, and in the like apps, that's not the right word. In the wings of this room, there are Anor Knights, just stationed. Like, we protecting, man. We doing it. And then like your ragtag team of ne'er-do-wells shows up, and you're just like, oh, you guys just sprinkle around with them too. There we go.
There we go.
Extra layer.
Excellent. So it's Jeremy Roderick. I always thought Roderick was your name, but no, that's a last name.
Most people just call me Roderick.
Well, I'll continue to do that then. One of my compatriots identified the tattoo on one of the assassin's necks as belonging to the Orienters?
Orienters, yes.
Can you tell me anything about them?
Well, they were once a branch of East Haven's formal military. It was, we'll call it a darker time. They would go into places where we didn't want to be seen, and kill what we didn't want to be seen killing, steal what we didn't want to be seen stealing. That was just the way they were. Eventually, their time passed. We decided that wasn't something we wanted. We didn't want known or even to have. We call it morals, call it optics. We disbanded them, and then they were gone. But they weren't. The nature of a shadow organization, they kept doing what they were doing just without us telling them what to do anymore, and they became terrorists. They see themselves as sort of the true force. That was 60 years ago.
They're trying to make East Haven
That's,
great again.
A long time for one of those organizations to exist.
They're very hard to find.
Well, there's 2 members upstairs and 2 corpses.
I'm back.
Well, that's just great. Dealing with spies and subterfuge. Why does no one just fight face to face as warriors anymore?
We welcome to the Four Kingdoms, I suppose.
Doesn't Koke have that stealth cloak?
Yes.
Just pointing out.
She didn't start off with it.
It also didn't help in the slightest.
Shots fired.
Are you alright, by the way? You
I'm
took a...
fine. I believe I received healing from your bird. I can't really remember because the DM can't really remember. But I've been healed
Yes.
up since then.
Alright. Well, I'll just wait for them to be done with their interrogation, and we'll see where we're going from there.
And at that moment,
Um,
you just hear ah, echoing through the halls of the castle. Like,
I didn't think Chef won for cinematic timing, but well, there we go.
Love how Cookie like immediately knows it was Chef that did it.
Out of the rest of the fucking party, it was Chef.
Yeah.
Yep.
What are you gonna do? Cut a guy's leg off with like your harp?
I mean, I could see Eleanor doing it if she popped up there, and be like, "Oh, you threatened my kingdom, huh? Sweet."
I mean,
I'm
I mean, I can
Nah,
practice more.
nah.
I can
You
practice
threatened my
more
princess,
work by
prepare to
melting
die.
this guy's face off, but you know, it really wouldn't go well. But
Ellen is too much of a mercy stroke kind of girl.
I always
Like,
thought I'm more of
just
a
would-
reality
would not-
television kind of girl.
Well, it might change our plans a little bit for what we're doing next. I mean, ideally, we still want to make it to Abaddon City, regardless of what else is happening. A terrorist organization from East Haven doesn't really matter to me, but securing the fourth to get this alliance running is more important, and we need permission from Abaddon City, as far as I recall. We just might.
Meanwhile, in a distant chamber, you do not have permission.
I'm being haunted by memories of the past. We
Do
might.
not ascend.
Mhm. The web of despair awaits.
We might end up having to take all of you with us, because them trying to catch you guys in an airship probably isn't gonna happen.
Going to Cookie. What is the weight limit on this thing?
On the airship?
It'll be enough to carry us all. They had more people originally. We are
I
a
was
skeleton
joking.
crew.
I was fucking joking.
We could probably carry Lullen. Like, to stick the
Well.
castle on top and away we go.
We could easily carry the elephant at least.
Let's not do that, thank you.
He's
we might
great
end
if
up
you need
having
good
to
nose
take-
weight.
We might end up having to take all of you with us to Abaddon City, just for protection's sake.
Roderick kind of like glances over at Hitomi. Hitomi kind of like looks back up at him. Yeah, I'd kind of meant to bring that up to you. It's fine. We can. Abaddon City sounds like a beautiful place. Oh, cool. Okay.
A couple of their own
Think
room,
of
at least.
it as free travel, courtesy of.
Sure.
I don't even know what we are anymore, because I don't think we want to pick the old name. Bad connotations. I'll think of something.
Perhaps. The cost of travel's never really deterred me, but I appreciate the offer. Well, when are we to be off then?
I look at Hitomi, and then back up to Roderick. Well, before we found out about just motions to the two of them, it was planned that we'd leave. Technically today.
Well,
You know, things happen in our absence, who'd have think? But
I'd maybe take careful steps to ensure that we make an appearance post this assassination
yeah, I agree
before
on that.
departing, but
We might want to wait till tomorrow, the day after, if we have to. But the sooner we get away, the less likelihood they have to try again, if necessary.
I suppose.
We'll find out if there's more on the way, or if there's overseers or people that were watching or whatever from screaming upstairs.
Well, all right. After a few minutes, another ah!
Yep.
Not it.
And after another few minutes of waiting, scrape, 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 scrape. Ka-thunk, 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 ka-thunk. Ow, 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 ow. Down the stairs. Thunk. Scrape, scrape. Corner of room, door opens. Dark Knight walks in, dragging chair. Man, kind of almost passed out in it. Blood that's kind of even to a little trickle, just a couple dribbles every once in a while. On the way
So
out
much
from
bleeding.
downstairs, across the throne room, out the main corridor, and out to the front of the castle.
Yeah, not a word, not to word to anyone, just straight out.
Wonder if there's any shops.
Well,
up
I
there,
think they
though.
got that sorted.
Oh my god. Where did that man's leg? Oh, nope, there it is. Oh.
Great, now I'm hungry. Folds arms.
Leans away. Like pulls Hitomi into a fucking like basket like baseball hold like
Aw, they do like each other.
That Tyra was gonna ask Lord Germano if there's a place that we can hold this guy for the time being.
I mean, what's wrong with right there?
Got a
Well,
point.
that's more or less what I'm getting at. What I'm gonna suggest is probably place one guard inside the room, one guard outside the room. Give the guard outside the room a key to, so that only he can get in.
Make sure that the guard is someone that's well trusted as well.
Yes.
we could use we could use any of my Aenor knights. I trust any of them with my lives as I do on a daily basis. I'm not fully confident in our ability to protect our own grounds from assault, though.
Can talk to the others about possibly taking him with us.
Especially if we're talking about protecting it from Apex. They would have the power to flatten this city if they wanted to.
We'll cross that bridge when it comes to it.
Try weapons manufacturers, but with that, as soon as the knights show up to kind of keep guard on this guy, I guess we'll head downstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, eventually some
Like-
Aenor knights are garnished and filter in the room. The
We're
the
not
guy
gonna
is
take
propped
him
up on a
with us?
chair.
Not for the time being.
Because if we bring him with us, then he won't be taken by those guys.
What we plan to talk to the others about, yes.
And um, I could stand watch for the time being.
Well,
Me?
if you want to, I certainly won't stop you. Actually, now that I think about it, I motioned to my familiar to basically just, like, sit with Echo, and basically get the instruction that if anything should try to happen, just send a quote-unquote distress signal through,
Just feel
the
very
empathic link.
worried in my direction.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if anything happens, my familiar will let me know,
Okay.
and
Wait,
then we'll
my-
get here as soon as possible.
It's a
So I
bow and a
say-
bow.
I stay here with you with your friend and
Yep.
be friend with. Okay. No one will hurt this guy.
All right then.
We trust you, Echo.
Alright. Let me just slide something left here. And then. Pick. Meanwhile, Drake! Yeah. By now she's gone.
It's
Hmm.
back.
Any suggestions for fun execution?
You ask the open air and piles of bodies. Oh, you're asking him? Like,
No, I'm asking out of character here.
no, that
I was
god.
gonna say, if you're asking in character, everybody's just gonna be like, "What the actual fuck?" Case, he'll probably give you examples. If there's no one out there, I mean, is there a point? It probably more Or of a public execution, no?
I don't think Willen's a
Nah.
public execution kind of.
We need to maintain the unknown party, and anybody looking at these guys next will see. I'm
Oh.
going to pull out the marksman's gunblade and press it right up against his forehead.
Any last words?
No job, I don't want to update.
On standby. I need to look something up here real quick. Sorry.
Also, if an ability that adds damage to a thing does not specify that it is not multiplied on a crit, is it multiplied on a crit?
Damage that adds to what?
Where is it? Soul Eater.
Mhm.
First attack each round deals an extra 5d6, and you take 10 points of damage. It does not specify, unlike sneak attack, it does not specify this damage is not multiplied on a critical hit. It doesn't say it's precision damage.
I'd have to look at the specific language there.
I'll just copy paste to you in Discord. That's the whole entry.
Ba-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da. Just shadow damage. If it hits. It takes 20. It's a. Oh, it's added onto a melee attack, right?
First attack.
Yeah, no, but that's what I mean. Like, it's added onto his first melee attack. Alright.
It seems to imply any attack.
I guess, yeah. Yeah, I mean,
This is some language I actually wanted to go over with you, but I forgot to.
Critting. God darn it, gotta go look through all these, boy.
Let's just say it doesn't for right now. It's not that important right now.
Yes, it can crit. It does.
Wonderful.
Yeah, there it is. I got any spell where you have to roll to hit, usually things like ranged touch attacks or melee touch attacks. If you roll a 20, it's double the damage.
Okay.
Any last words?
There's a second arrow. One more. He's looking. How do you have him positioned here?
I have the chair's back legs like teetering
Mm-hmm.
on the edge, and he's still tied up with all of his bits in one place, but maybe not attached as they should be, and the
Yeah.
gun right on his forehead.
I suppose at this point you're looking for something particularly witty.
Not really.
Leans back immediately. Make a reflex save.
Wait, what?
He's
trying to think out.
fucking toppling himself over the edge. He's shifting his weight to top himself over the edge.
How's he expecting to get away with only one leg?
I don't think he's gonna get away. I think he's trying to just kill himself.
Take away the satisfaction of you doing it himself.
Maybe an enticing
You-
splatter.
Yeah.
Reflex. Where are you?
God, he's plus. Okay, plus. Oh shit.
Well, how
Um,
far up is that balcony?
it's about 8 feet up.
Oh, you'd have to
She's
just
not even
slam
gonna
it on,
take
break his
any
neck.
damage.
You kind of have the gun like up to his head, and he kind of ducks and leans and whoop, chair backwards over ledge. Look
Lean
over,
over.
gone.
What?
That's had to check some
Took
stuff.
the chair with him.
Literally took the chair with him.
Hey, there should be blood or something. Like a
He's
blood
got
trail.
one leg. Where is he gonna go? Where
Make
did he go?
Make a perception check.
If he like vanished or something, he should be leaving a trail.
There it is.
Oh,
You glance up, you glance around. Fucking nothing. He's gone. Like what? What?
Can I drop down where the chair fell
Mm-hmm.
and just plop?
There doesn't seem to be any
Nothing?
signs of impact.
Of course. All right, I'm gonna be rushing back to the throne room.
Why did you have to be showy? Why?
It's an execution. It's supposed to be showy.
There's no one there to see it except you.
There's plenty of peasants.
I didn't know if they cleared out or not.
Some of them are still here. Not this many, but some of them are still here in kind of a herd.
Damn it.
Well, I'm running back to the throne room.
And after moments, you return.
Looking around, nothing's different.
Doesn't appear to be. Cookie, fucking everyone in the throne room.
Has anyone seen somebody with one leg and no hand?
He doesn't have his hands either. What the fuck is he gonna do?
Not since you dragged him. What happened?
Roderick kind of like stops, looks at Koke, looks at Chef, looks at Atomi. The man had one leg. There's no conceivable
tipped
way he
the
could have
chair.
gotten.
He tipped the chair over the ledge, and when I looked over, he was gone.
Haru and I are already down there now.
Yeah, no. By now, by the time that Chef gets back to the room, you two are down there.
I'm dashing out, gonna try to see if I can find anything.
yeah, I'll do the same.
I'm drawing my axe, and I am ready action petrify if anything happens.
Real quick. Run and get all of you.
When I get out there, I'm going to use detect magic, see if I can sense anything.
Okay. Whip.
Surely, only having a thumb remaining would impart some penalty on casting spells.
Where the fuck did Chef do? Oh, I
Maybe some type
tucked
of
him
blood.
here. There's Chef, there's...
There's no way he could have spells. And you lose
Yes,
everything.
You checked him.
You look, so there's
Mhm.
nothing that he has. Unless he
Someone-
has the ability to somehow read a scroll or somehow, but he would need to pull that out, which would be... Oh, God.
Okay,
Which
who's
he
all
would've-
who's
he
all here
would've
with Chef?
found.
Chef found nothing with draw. Because
Is Koke
The
here?
tattoo! The fucking tattoos are magic. It's gotta be.
Koko's here, right?
Intense crunch, crunch, crunch.
Alright, so
I
I'm
feel
assuming
like
I get
Koke would have.
nothing with... I'm assuming I get
Is
nothing with-
Koke coming?
No, I'm
Oh, never
defense
mind.
mode.
She's
I was about to
fucking-
say, is anyone guarding these guys to make sure?
Yes, me and the crew are still guarding.
I played
Okay,
my
in that
barbarian in
case-
defense mode. Boing.
Looking around trying to find something, anything in the sky.
Let me double check the language on read magic.
detect magic, yeah.
Detect magic, yeah.
Yeah. I knew I should have used read magic on that. God damn it.
Actually, didn't Chef take everything off that guy?
Yep. Everything I found.
Yeah, I said he took off everything he had This guy
You
should have nothing.
can you can
either-
tattoo spells on yourself and activate them. Like
yeah, that's
just-
it's either gonna be the tattoo or he had help.
Still, if they could do that, you'd think that freaking guy we have upstairs would have done that to escape instead of just hoofing it out.
It's
he wasn't.
probably
This
not
was
an
the leader.
escape. It's probably
This guy's got the British accent. That means he's the biggest bad.
So basically, the low ups have like this fake tattoos, while the higher ups have the actual real magic tattoos.
Possibly.
Tyro, your detect magic detects nothing. Though you get the impression it wouldn't detect if there had been a spell cast anyway.
Yeah. For shits and giggles, perception.
Okay. Shit, hang on, let me really quick here.
If everyone's searching, was that with the +4?
That was just what I normally have.
Okay, so basically that would be a 29.
Oh, that's right. You have a wisdom one now. So yeah, make that a
I know.
29.
Turn it off, and if people are searching, I'm keeping it up. Everyone's within 15 feet, so yeah, that works.
You glance around and you don't see anything, even with the 29.
God damn it. Well, whatever he did, it also covered his tracks incredibly well.
You know what? Fuck it, who knows? Maybe I'll get a freaking 20. Yeah, no.
No.
Still above a 10.
I mean, yeah.
Oh well.
You didn't want a 1, we'll give you 2 ones in a row. That's fine, right?
Well, shit.
Just look at Chef and go, what the hell happened?
I think he might have already
Like
told
I
you.
told
yeah.
you.
Yeah, we were
He
downstairs
was right
protecting the
here.
lord.
I was about to put his brains on the floor over down there
Why did you drag him out here for that?
for fun. Tipped
You
over the ledge, and he was gone. How was I supposed to know? The guy with one leg and no hands could still teleport.
I'm more wondering why you want to do it for fun. Never mind, we have more important things to worry about. Well, if there's no sign of him out here, I guess there's no reason to stay out here. Just up the guard, I guess.
Yeah, it's not like the guy wouldn't be hard to identify anyway.
Your familiar isn't flipping out, is it?
Good question. Is everything okay upstairs with Echo?
The familiar reports that it's spending time with Echo.
And as
Well,
far as-
technically, it can only send me emotions through the empathic link. It cannot actually.
It
doesn't work the
feels
same teleport.
it feels comfortable.
Okay.
And I mean, the guy's still here, tied up, and he
Mhm.
seems calmer, I'm sure. Knows he's, protected. They as protected as leaving a bird with him. It's like, what? Why did they leave a bird with you? Of all the-
Okay, so Stumpy didn't try getting rid of the evidence. Good.
Yeah.
If he comes back, that's his nickname. Hey, look, it's Stumpy.
Totally doing it.
Alright. Well, there's nothing more, I guess, alert the guard to keep an eye out around the city. And I guess head back inside.
Keep an eye out for a man with one leg, no hands. He's said to be armed and oh wait, no.
Careful, his nerve can kill.
He can still use a blowgun.
Which he no
Which
longer
you have,
possesses.
yeah, you have his blowgun.
Oh, he could. I mean, all he needs is a little bit of bamboo. Like,
How is he getting ready though? Like, how is he gonna prepare it?
he
I mean,
still
you
has a
only took
foot.
off four fingers. He has a thumb.
He has one thumb on one hand and a palm on that.
He's gonna
hand.
have crawled some nearby bamboo or a shopkeep going, give this to me now.
And do you have a chair? Oh yeah, sure. Here you go. Sits down, pulls out dagger with foot up to shopkeep. Do it now.
Just as a thing, has anyone been down there, or have you only just peered over?
No,
Chef
Chef
went down there.
immediately Goomba stomped the spot that he was on.
Okay.
Hits a
Jeff went
man.
down, looked around, couldn't
Ow!
find anything.
He was just invisible the whole time.
Gotcha!
It's Birkin hosing the hallway with water when the guy teleported. They're like, he could be invisible! Spray! Soak Talon.
God damn.
There's important things to check, man.
Chef is still gonna stay out here for a
Make
little
me
while.
detect invisibility later. I swear to God.
Yeah, the problem is, if he was invisible, he wouldn't have been able to move, even with being tied to that chair. It had to be a teleport. Otherwise, Chef would have crushed that guy's ribcage. Let's be honest.
Sort of.
That
But
and
yeah.
it wouldn't kill any sound, I don't think. You basically just hear them trying to like hop away in a chair.
Exactly.
Yeah, no,
Exactly.
it's gotta be a recall tattoo, right? Like
I
he
mean,
bubble hearthed.
I know this is a hell of a long stretch, but is there any way that since I knew about the organization, I know that they might have any type of magic like that in their higher ranks?
Go ahead and make, I'm gonna say history. Yeah, make an old history check. Okay, yeah, no, definitely history.
Count 4 kingdoms or not?
Yes.
Okay. Not gonna add intelligence or because that's sort of cheating at this point. Let's see.
That's
Yeah,
sort of
plus 12.
cheating.
Please cheat. Please cheat.
Okay, fine. This I don't know how much it can be like suddenly another aura in like a half a second.
See, this is why we cheat.
Oh. On
God
a
damn it.
20, you know that teams that before East Haven was so buddy with importing manufactured stuff from Ethelney, they had some wizards, Harry, in their armed forces. So they could have access to magic, but whatever's going on in there isn't public knowledge and hasn't been for the last 60 years.
Okay, so apparently these guys used to have access to like magic and whatnot, so maybe he vanished into thin air. I don't know, magic's not my thing.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, I guess I could try to make a knowledge arcana to know if there's something that could be applied to a tattoo like that. But I could try.
All the rolls.
You could go ahead and make an Old Arcana.
And if at the same time aura is up, yeah, +4.
Okay, so that's Jesus Christ plus the aura. All right.
As
God
wow,
fucking damn it. I should have just taken the 10.
Oh,
today has been
my
cursed by these low rolls.
I should have
Like,
just taken the 10.
It is. You guys should be happy this is not combat right now, because
Oh, I'm fucking
we would
glad.
be dead. We would be
with,
dead.
with how I've been tuning these encounters for y'all's murdering capacity, y'all will be dead by now. Like, holy shit.
High ranks and stuff.
You know that there exists magic in the world that can put spells into tattoos, and you know that there's magic in the world that teleports. You don't see immediately any reason that those two wouldn't go together. Just because of your generally extreme knowledge of these things now.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely possible to put a teleport spell onto a tattoo. The exact kind of teleportation, though, the strength of it, a little bit harder to say what could be possible. So, it's hard to say how much range
You
I could
know-
have.
I know the distance on fucking Dimension Door. Why aren't we immediately scanning out about 700 feet?
It has been a couple of minutes.
And he's
Yes.
not going anywhere.
As he hops away at the speed of one leg.
One, like, tongue
Tied
out
to a
into
chair.
ground, pull, tongue
even-
out into ground, pull.
Not even one leg. He's in a fucking chair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Isn't he still tied up?
Yes.
He's still tied up. The issue is, though, I don't know which direction he would have gone. I could dimension door it any direction, and I still think it would be a shot in the dark.
They're
Hell, I could
cooking up-
accidentally
Okay.
teleport myself into a wall at max distance.
Okay.
As Tyro and Nell, you would you would expect to hear clank 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 as plate mail, but it's just auto. It's
Pat, pat,
fucking
pat, pat,
pat
pat.
pat pat of cloth full plate going by you, as Chef darts at faster than usual speed back into the castle.
Well, okay, I need you to turn into a bat and fly and scan about 800 feet around this exact perimeter.
I can't.
Right now. Why not?
I'm out of uses for today. I'm too tired.
Ah!
We're the angriest edge rat right now.
I can still dimension door like once more,
Hmm.
because he's in the room
Let
there
me
with
be.
him.
Can you stay up there?
Actually, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I could
Why?
levitate. I have the levitate spell, and I can go up. Fuck.
Pat, pat, pat,
No,
pat, pat, pat,
Perception,
pat.
go!
Do it!
Go!
I have levitate. Let me just figure out the overall range. of this. I
Dimension
think it's
door
50
into
feet.
the air and levitate, and then just
That
stop.
would require a concentration check
It
for
does,
me
yeah.
to pull that off.
Well,
then
cast
hit
it, then
levitate and
teleport.
Then
Yeah.
Okay.
teleport.
All right, fine. All right, I cast levitate,
Mhm.
which is 2 MP, and then I need to double
Just
check
listen.
The rules.
Listen for the sounds of either this grass tastes terrible, or the thunk thunk
Okay,
thunk
hold on a
stupid
second.
fucking rat thunk thunk.
Spells, red beige, second level. Where the fuck's levitate? Okay.
It's in alphabetical order.
Yes, it is. Creature must 20 feet each round. It does not give me a maximum.
A maximum what?
It does give me a maximum height that I can actually levitate to.
I don't think there's
It's
a
a
maximum
duration.
height.
Basically. That's the main thing you got to worry about.
All right, fuck it then. Dimension door up. Well, first levitate, then dimension door, so that's 5 MP I gotta use for that.
And
So
Tyro
that's
is just way up in the air now, like
What's the-
6 or
what's the
700
duration on
feet
that?
straight up.
It is 1 minute per level, so this will last me 7 minutes.
Okay, you can get down
Yeah,
in plenty
you'll be
of time.
fine.
That's what I'm
Okay.
worried about.
How high up are you specifically?
Let's see. I'm probably going to be. I'm gonna say probably at least twice the height of the castle walls, probably.
Okay.
Should I go higher than that, or thoughts?
As
Higher
high
than
as high as you think you can see. Like
Your
Well-
perception is amazing, so
My perception is amazing, as long as I don't roll like shit. Because the fact of the matter is, I gotta make sure that I. Let me see here. Levitate allows you to 20 feet per round. So it's a move action. Cannot move. Okay.
keep in mind move actions are like 6 seconds, right? So you'll be able to get down.
I'd say more like 2 seconds.
You can double tap 2 moves.
Okay, so yeah, you don't have to worry. You'll be able to get down in plenty of time.
Yeah. So
You can essentially run down.
yeah. All right. Let's You know what? Let's go 3 times the height. Fuck it. 3 times the height of the castle
Okay.
walls.
You
I see
whip
some of
up
blood.
like, yeah, I'm just adding fucking tons of blood to the token layer.
Okay, 32.
You see all the shit.
Nice.
Okay. Okay.
Did
You-
I? Wait, just out of curiosity, did I draw from Tiro today? I don't think
You
I
have
did.
not.
He's
You have
now
not.
presumably out of range.
Yeah.
As you look up,
Hopping
like
at 5 feet around.
you look up like 180 feet straight up in the air, like fucking Tyro's up there. Tyro, you glance
Trying to
around,
jump.
honing your feline eyes all over the place, and you see not 25 feet in that direction, just 25 feet past the wall, a chair between 2 alleys with a pile of rope on it.
He took his bits with him. That's precious.
All
If
right.
it's a tile, it means he's gotten free of it.
I,
You hear it.
I will point in that direction. It's like just beyond. I call it out just beyond the wall. It is the chair.
What was that? You're a mile away.
God damn it.
Floats down at 30 seconds, 30 feet around.
Just beyond that wall,
Well,
it was
can
a chair with a pile of rope.
You know, you
That
could have
would not
just
have put her
dashed
a mile
towards it and we
away.
probably would have followed you.
Yeah.
Well,
I gotta follow.
I'm running. Getting a workout for today, jeez.
You all run out through the gate, turn left, turn right, alleyway, chair, pile of rope. Little
Any-
trickle of blood.
little trickle of blood, down the trickle of blood.
Little
Let's go.
trickle of more blood. Smear along the corner of a wall. Go ahead and make a survival check, each of you.
Here we
Oh,
go.
no.
This is why I'm glad I took Natural Hunter as one of my racial traits.
Survival is wisdom, people.
It's kind of sad that I volunteered to guard because
This is
This is where
exactly
I
what
Funny
it
as I
goes.
was
Just
thinking
sense the
It's
guy
a-
down.
It's a +4, right?
+4, yes.
Let's see. But I lost
That's my survival.
Whoa.
Let's see. So +8 for me.
Okay. You guys follow a couple of small pats of blood on the ground. You see in a strange pattern, it's in the kind of dirt in this alleyway. 3 feet on the ground. One dragging, two walking.
Found him.
no.
With kind of a smear to it all. It then goes out around a corner and onto cobblestone into the crowd. And you kind of lose the path because there's so many people walking by and it could have gone anywhere.
Quick, gather information.
Okay. Sure, someone could have seen them.
Since I'm bad at that, how tall are these buildings?
The ones near you, like on either side of you, one of them is like 25
why
feet tall. One
I
of
follow
them
Steve.
is like closer to 50 feet tall.
25 feet, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's no way I'd be able to latch onto that.
There is French coining on one of the corners of it.
If I roll a 19, I'm looking at 13 feet of jumping. Straight up. Which I don't think that's halfway up. Like, it's an incredible jump, but still just not quite.
Is Tyra still flying or levitating?
I am not.
But yeah, that's my gather information. from people around.
Okay. As you immediately darted into the crowd and asked people, "Hey, one leg, no hands. Which way? You see a guy about this tall, maybe a little shorter now. Which way did he go?" Like,
I would say someone's carrying them. 'Cause it looks like
yeah. You latch on to a few of the leads that all point you down the. Here, let me go ahead and. Now you're out and about. Where did I park all you guys?
just
Sorry for
wanted-
everybody in the throne room.
just wanted to shop later, not play Where's Waldo.
No, Tyra, chef.
He's gonna be playing Where's Willie in a minute.
Which you guys are out and down in this alleyway. You follow it down the alleyway, come out to the market square, then you make your discovery. You find the leads leading you around and across down into the bazaar. You find a man who sells chocobos who just sold a chocobo to a man carrying another man with one leg.
How long ago?
Oh, not 3 or 4 minutes. He's got to be around here somewhere.
Well, at least Chocobo's
Already
a bigger
saddled.
target.
Screw it. I'm never using another use of Dimension Door plus Levitate. It's another 5 MP. I'm gonna do.
Okay. You whip yourself straight up in the air. You go into maximum height this time?
High enough to see over all the buildings.
Okay.
I asked the guy what direction they went.
Out of the building.
Left, right.
You can't really see. They exited onto the market square. They could have gone anywhere. As
Damn it, that was
Tyra
good.
whips his way up in the air. On a 19, you see in this beautiful rolling, kind of French country landscape all around you. Carts coming and going, like a lot of people here and there, and you do spot heading down south, just exiting the main city, kind of on its way going past the hunt office, a chocobo with a man on it and another man slumped over the back, saddlebag style.
Shit.
And they are exiting it at slightly slower than chocobo speed.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, what is the guy
Where is the airship?
The other side.
Over here.
Oh, it's already it's already parked over there.
All right.
Shit.
I'm
By the
going
time
to
we take
immediately
off, they'll
drop
be
down.
gone.
I'm gonna immediately drop down. They're heading past the hunt office. They're on Chocobo. If we want to go after them, I can use communal mount.
Let's fucking go.
Let's do it.
All right then. I burned 2 MP.
How much MP you got left?
7.
Oh god.
Wait a minute. Does Tiro has haste, right?
I have haste.
Okay, so he summons the chocobos, I draw haste, and I slap the bird with haste.
Okay. For the next,
God.
the proper spell, what, 10 minutes is it? Or 1 minute? It's or it's a minute a
Uh,
level or something.
I need to actually
Haste
look at the wizard
is
spell
one,
book.
okay, I'm gonna slap them with haste when we're already on. One
Okay.
round a level.
Y'all saddle on, you get your 6 rounds or whatever of haste.
7.
7 rounds or whatever of haste.
Double tap move. Run speed, go.
Yeah, run speed.
Okay.
Like
Yeah,
the chocobo,
I suggest might
chocobo.
want to use one.
What is it? Let's see. They go at like 60 foot? 60
Mhm.
foot?
Times
So they're going at 90
4.
foot times 4 for the better part of a minute.
360 feet.
Actually, wait, chocobos have run, so 5 times.
Yeah, no, I was just about to say that.
Jesus Christ.
So yeah, 4.
So, hang on, yeah.
First round,
90 times 7 for 7 round.
second-ish round, third. In the time the haste runs for the next about what was it, half a minute, it's almost 30 seconds, right?
Well, it's
7
so my
times
math
6.
is
The
90,
next 42
90
seconds.
feet around.
Mm-hmm. For over
90,
the course
90 feet around times 5.
times 5, it's
for
450.
the run
Then
speed
doubles.
times 7 rounds.
Yeah.
42
Oh no,
seconds.
you already got
3,100.
you already got it from the haste.
3,150 feet
Yes.
in 42 seconds.
Okay. You guys in under a minute, you guys make the 30-minute jog to the hunt office. As Speed Racer plummets down the streets. Could I get? Oh God. Could I get
Make a ride check?
a ride check from who's driving?
It's a communal mount,
I mean-
so everyone's got a separate bow. I think,
Okay,
right?
you're all. Can I get a ride check from each of you? As
Is that
Oh,
Dex?
God.
That's
that
Dex,
is
yes.
Dex, yes.
I'm boned.
I never took any points. I never took
I'm
any points.
boned.
As you all.
I'm boned.
Oh my God! As you all get on your chocobos that then plummet down the road at enough to make you go blind from the wind speeds.
These fucking rolls. We're cursed.
as
I
soon
don't know if
as
we can tube over there.
you all take off from the bazaar, you get to the first corner before on your way around here. And as you make the corner, Chef drifts out on the bird and just goes into a cart and just ragdolls off.
Oh.
The other two, you managed to hold on and continue your pursuit. Your
Shit.
chef ends up about two or three rounds behind you, remounting and heading off again.
Oh no. Oh no.
God, let me think about all this.
Do you know how dead this fucking dude is? Do you know how dead this fucking dude is? Will is going to need to look up the rules for breath because I am going to shove. You know what? No, hi, Will's nephew. Hello.
Hopefully by now his patience is expended and he's gone, but yeah. By the way, is anyone keeping an eye on the chat?
No.
I don't have Twitter.
I have it up. I've not seen anything.
Okay. God.
Now Twitch is this weird thing. Like if I exit out of the window, it kind of pauses the stream and it disables the fact that I'm actually viewing out on view counter. So it's like, fucking.
Yeah.
Maybe I should be having this. Maybe I should have the chat up since I haven't done anything.
It wasn't really a wild chase.
Over the course of the next minute, Nell, Tyro, you see ahead of you, not 100 yards off, a man and a man on a bird. And Tyro, you recognize their silhouette from the sky. Probably like about half a minute behind you, because he also lost a couple rounds of haste, is Chef in hot pursuit.
Is there anyone near them? Like any townsfolk, anything like at all? Like maybe guards?
There are guards patrolling. There are people just around.
In that case, Nell shouts, "Stop that chocobo!"
They're gonna bolt.
Guy kind of
already
glances
bolted.
back. You see
They're already bolting.
a long sort of green beard, but out of the hood of a cloak. And Chocobo finally starts the run speed.
Do your thing. Do your stop thing.
How far away are they?
They're about 250 feet at this point.
That's too far away. I gotta be 30 feet.
Well, unless their
fire
chocobos are
specifically.
special, you can go as fast as they can.
You guys chase it?
And it would take, I think, the last drops of your MP, but you could haste again.
I can haste technically twice. It's
You
3
have an
MP for me to
We'll
haste.
fucking do it.
You have an ether on you as well.
I do,
Can you
but
hit Chef? Can you hit if you stop for a round, so you don't have to make the concentration check? Chef should be able to catch up in line with the haste, and you should be able to haste all 3 of us, and then we go.
I think that's possible. Yeah.
They don't have haste. We can catch up.
Okay. So what you guys are doing?
Yeah, I'll stop for 1 round to let Chef catch up, and I will cast
Okay.
haste, which will be 3 MP.
Over the course of the next 6 to 9 seconds, Chef comes waddling in behind, and as he does, relay race style, bam, radial haste. The 3 of you are hasted again.
And go.
Okay.
After 'em.
You all bolt off after him. Could I get another set of 3 ride checks?
Didn't know
Oh,
this was
boy.
coming.
That's
Let's
the
see.
rocket propelled
Perfectly
chocobos.
average.
There we go.
At least we're not making any sharp turns really this time.
Nice.
No 90-degree turns.
Nice.
And there's my only net 20.
Like I was in there like rolling this guy it's like fucking 19, like 19 plus a bunch, like goddamn. Looks up, glance up, Tyro natural 20. Oh shit. Okay. As you all bolt off at high speeds, Tyro starts weaving in and out of the crowd, kind of dodging left, dodging right. Like there's a bunch of villagers carrying pushing a big cart of fruit, just kind of weave right in front of him. And as he's right in front of them, they stop short. Nell, you were going on the other side of him. You just barely kind of crane yourself. Your chocobo swerves off right and goes afield and gets caught up in a fence.
Error.
I was expecting that though.
Chef, could I get an acrobatics check from you?
This doesn't count as jumping, does it?
It does.
It does.
It does.
Well, sure, pal. You can get an acrobatics
For
check
the sake
from
of for the
me.
sake of this being a magic bird. For the sake of this being a magic bird, and not even as you're darting after them, you saw that exchange. You saw Tyro swerve around the side of the cart stops, like Nell swerves out into the field, and you just grab your chocobo, and the two of you leap, Free Willy style, just over this cart. You just see, like, slow motion takes you. You just like see flap, flap, flap. As you like, Legend of Zelda cuckoo your way across diagonally through the air, and land on the ground right next to Tyro, a few paces forward. Within moments, within a round or two of that, you are upon them.
Are they, say, within a 30-foot cone?
They are within a 30-foot cone.
Have fun, you two.
I cast Tech Laser.
Holy shit!
Okay.
They need to make DC 19 reflex saves.
Hope your diplomacy's good, Tyro, because this is gonna be some shit.
Oh, dear.
Clearing
Or
out my
they
tabs
take
a little bit.
This. You know what? No, I'm gonna take the 10 fucking damage and add that to it.
10 damage and okay,
From
what?
Soul Eater.
Okay.
That'd be nothing to smelt them, no?
So
And
that's
if they fail the reflex, they need to make another save again. Done.
yeah. No, I'm fine, and I'm sorry. Where the heck did he go? Where are you? Oh, there you are.
It's about 30 feet in front of me is where he is.
Reflex 8. There it is. What's the reflex save?
19.
Okay. And okay. Ooh, that's a weird thought. As your tech laser goes off and this huge cone erupts, like Tyra, like you're sitting there, like right there in the penumbra, right on the edge of the plasmified air as it cannons past you. You see this immense burst of let me see what we got. Fucking Christ. As you see this immense burst of light as the man riding this creature glances into it. You see a mouth and oh no, dust.
Whoever failed the
Wait.
save on the 12 needs to make a save of same 19.
He's already dead.
Okay.
He's dust. What about the chocobos?
The chocobo rolled the 25 and ducks lightly under it, taking only 20 of that 40 points of damage.
So wait, how many units were in this 30 feet?
It would have been 19. It would have been 9 from the tech laser only doing half damage. Damage.
Would have been what?
Cut out.
The 18 is the tech laser, which would have done half, but the soul eater should have done its full damage.
Oh, okay. No, that's true. That's true.
That is a weird fringe thing, but yeah. Jesus Christ.
So it's 9 on top of the 22.
So later,
So 31.
fucking
No,
tech
that's not right.
laser.
That's all right. This is
Just
right.
pick them up.
As you know, you've seen Koke, you've seen the mechs do tech laser before. It's all blue and stuff. This is just edge. It's got little Shadow the Hedgehog particles in it.
It's the same as when you fight the edge cannon.
Mm-hmm.
Which
Yeah.
I've just gifted you the ability to portable edge cannon.
You see an old man turned to powder under your cannon. You see a chocobo charred and scorched on its back hindquarters. I need to check something about this guy.
'Cause he doesn't have a driver anymore, then.
He does not. He does. Let me double check that to make sure that's the ability that I think it is.
Oh, so they were both on the same.
Yes, they were all on the same bird.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. As you see this chocobo, as you see this old man get poofed into the wind, this chocobo gets scorched on its back hindquarters. The man who was prone on the back of the seat kind of glances back and sees you. He kicks one of his legs up into the air, does a forward front flip just under the cannon as his body arcs to miss it,
What?
and fucking lands back on the chocobo.
Evasion.
Because rogues with evasion don't take any damage on successful reflex saves. As he is somehow not in the cone when it hits.
So he's
If he's
You know,
missing a
one
leg
leg-
and prone, though.
Be able to move. 'Cause he
I
got
think
stunned.
Ash was actually looking at the stuff with severed limbs. There's a third-party
Is
book
there?
that has huge, like, your movement speed is down to 5 foot, and like you can't. But no, this is better. This is
Yeah,
better.
okay.
I should just.
This he lands back on the bow. The bow almost stops for a second, but he reaches out with one thumb, grabs the edge of the reins between his thumb and his palm, and yeah, damn you! And the burb
I'm
keeps
going to
going.
cast Blizzard 1 on the chocobo.
Yes, yes. I could fucking kiss you right now, or make Maki upset.
I'd be more upset and be like, how the hell did you teleport there and teach me?
Let's see, that's 1d20 plus BAB, which is 5 or 6. No, it's fine.
I hate to do this to myself, but there is a concentration check while riding.
Ah, shit, that's right.
For which thing?
For magic to be able to cast while riding a mount. I'm grabbing the page from Pathfinder.
Okay.
Vigorous motion, riding on a moving mount, etc. DC 10 plus
Yeah.
spell level.
Okay, so I had to beat, and it's a level 1 spell, so I had to beat an 11.
Actually, violent motion, on a galloping horse, very rough ride. It's 15 plus spell
Yeah.
level.
Which I
So
would say
16.
I would call
16.
this violent motion right now.
So it's just a 1d20. I gotta beat the 16 then.
Mhm.
1d20 plus your caster level.
Okay, 1d20 plus 7 then.
Am I entangling myself in the fence at this point?
Yeah, no. At this point,
Casting
you're out of the fence
ooh.
and you're behind them by probably 2 rounds.
D20 plus caster level plus ability score modifier used to determine bonus spells of the same type. So I'm gonna roll with intelligence since it's black magic.
It's black. It's pulled from the Red Mage spellbook, so it would be under charisma.
Yeah, go for it.
So it'd be 1d20 plus a 7 plus my charisma mod, which is 4. So
Wait a
1d20
second.
plus 11.
Think I might have something. Let me check something while you do that.
Are you? I don't know if you're in range or not, because
I'm a couple
we're
rounds away.
900
If I get close to
900
you guys,
feet.
I might have something. I'm
we're
just saying.
900 feet in front of you.
True.
Like,
Yeah, you guys are still
This is
at.
for future. I didn't say I can cast it right now.
but yeah.
Okay.
1d20 plus 11 or whatever you said.
Oh, yes. That's going to hit. Or,
Oh,
well, that's the
wow.
concentration you have to
Yeah,
cast,
that's
right?
yeah. You definitely passed your concentration check, I would say.
Alright, 1d20 plus 5 for that. Ah, god damn it!
It's
Oh.
to a touch against the large.
Oh yeah, you're hitting the chocobo.
I'm hitting the
Yes.
chocobo. If I hit the chocobo, it needs to make a DC. I think it's strength anyway. Actually, you know what? I'm also going to be adding heightened spell to this, and I'm adding 2 points of my MP, which will make it a DC of 17.
If it hits, come on.
Stand by.
Chocobo touch is awful.
Stand by. Chocobo.
Chocobo touch is like certainly not 8.
Chocobo. Nope. You miss. That's with a touch AC of 11.
Ah.
You miss the standard yellow chocobo.
Fuck. I am down to 1 MP.
As you just see a big cone of blizzard blast out of Tyro in opposition to Chef, or touch attack out of Tyro.
While all this shit is going on, is anyone doing anything? Like
you
any guards
you
by the
do
gate or
see
whatever?
a few guards making a kind of half-hearted attempt to jog after you, but they are on their feet, and there is no gate. There's no wall. Like,
Ah! Why must you fail here, Lilin?
Okay.
Is it my theoretical turn or
for the sake of this, let's go. Yeah, let's go ahead and roll initiative. Resuming on Nell, making a turn of catch up here.
Because if I can get within 30 feet of you guys, I might have something.
That's a fucking
yes, Chef. Yes.
What the hell?
There it is.
Like, no one's rolling well tonight. Let's just be friggin' on.
Hey, I rolled once. Pretty well.
I hit a bird once.
The game knew that you get the freaking castle for this. Ugh. Seems like just need to be within 30 feet of you guys.
Alright, everyone wants to fill in their shenanigans.
Which triangle am I?
You guys
Triangle.
don't
We have no names.
know the
We
names?
have no
Oh.
names.
Oh, why don't you guys have
We're just-
names?
We're just
Oh, that's
triangles.
weird. That's weird. Oh, because I can. Can you guys? You can't see the names on the triangles. It's anonymous
Don't
to
even
you.
click them to edit it.
Okay, give me a second. Why am I even like Why have I been bothering to update the names on the triangles this whole time?
We can see it in Moonbright, but not here.
Yeah.
Also,
There you go.
I don't have edit, so I can't punch in my initiative.
Yeah.
Oh, because you don't have edit of any of these. Ah, crap.
What I said.
Hang on. Sorry.
I think this is only gonna go one more round.
Okay, fucking here.
Pretty much.
I'll fill it in. This isn't working. Tyro 9. Chef 22. Is that you?
Yes.
Okay. He is a plus 3. Wow, that's terrible. Okay, plus 3. Okay. Well,
I
here,
limit
starting from Nell, because we were kind of soft initiative this whole way. Starting from Nell here, at the end of the round, you dash forwards. You make up most of the ground between them in your full run. Okay, now Chef.
Actually, should I 2d6? Well, no, he could just fucking evade it again. But the chocobo won't. Is it worth trying the blue magic and killing them both, or?
I mean, you take out the chocobo, he loses his...
Take out the chocobo.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna use the Dark 3 materia that I am attuned to. And, well, first, swift action for Dark Side, which hits me for 6 points of life, which that brings me down to, like, yeah, 14 life or something. Yeah, something like that. 14,
The guy's not attacking you anyways.
6, 7. This is the ranged touch attack against the Chocobo.
Okay, with a 30. Yes. I should say so.
Dark 3. On the bow.
Double checking something? Okay. As you cast Dark 3 on this Chocobo, there's a moment of... Stumble, 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 stumble. Guy gets tossed. We're gonna make
And
a...
as a move action, I break. And as a
Move
free, I
action, I
turn off
stop
Dark
moving.
Side. Cause ow.
I'm gonna fucking put this at a ridiculous penalty.
About to say, because the bird was still alive.
And a
it was-
1 anyway!
Yes!
Why do I have so many tracks? As he is tossed, and he rolls a few steps, then a few steps more, he comes to rest with his Chocobo slain, plummeting into the dirt. And takes, I'm gonna say, like 3d6 fucking points of damage of ragdoll
marks.
damage. How much health did he have? Tapping back over,
He had-
tapping back over.
I would think that would be more non-lethal damage, but then again, he's also
Yeah.
in pretty bad shape.
He's
Oh,
still
possibly.
alive!
Not for long. Get him.
Minus 10.
Yes, please.
This
He's
time,
still
don't
alive.
Screw up.
Tumble, tumble,
Oh,
tumble.
I took my swift standard move and free.
And you guys, like, you basically have to stop simultaneously, even Nell from slightly behind, to avoid just running past him because of how fast you're going. As you cool down your rocket chocobos and step off, he is prone before you. One stumpy leg, one proper leg, kind of trying to hop limp away.
He's determined. Give him that.
This guy's far more
Um,
trouble than he's worth.
Is it
How far away am I from him?
Within 30 feet. You can be as close as you want at this point. For you can
Is he considered-
outwalk him.
Is he considered helpless?
He is not, for he is still fighting for his life and is not restrained or
he's
anything.
not tied up?
I'm gonna shoot him.
Okay.
You back the fuck off. This is mine.
As you reach into your
No, you're
wrist
gonna
and
say
you
that?
whip out your bow, like,
Are you gonna say that?
Yeah, out loud. This one's mine.
All right. In that case, I will not shoot then.
okay, wow, okay. And the bow goes right back into the wrist, like.
You're missing the opportunity to say, yeah, oh, you had your chance.
No. What I'm gonna do?
Don't sass me. I will intimidate check you.
Pulls that bow. No, this one's mine. You had your chance. Sunglasses fall down from the heavens. Giant electric
I'm
bolt out of
gonna-
bow. Like,
No, I'm gonna halt him.
okay.
Reduces 5 feet to -5 feet, so he just
Make sure he doesn't go
He's
anywhere. this
backing
time.
up.
Fuck you.
He only has 1 foot. Do you need to reduce that anymore?
Yes.
Please do.
This is form.
Yeah, make your perform check. Presumably that makes it with a 23. Whatever that
Yep, and
DC is.
10 plus the CR of the creature. I think it's pretty much safe to say we don't even need to do math. He's just basically stopped.
Yes, you regardless of it beats him by enough to reduce his speed to 0.
Okay, that was an immediate action, so technically I still have a standard left. I'm just gonna look at Chef and say, "Don't miss this time." And I'm gonna hold my action. If he does somehow miss, I am gonna shoot him.
Halt Does it paralyze them? Does it just
Basically,
I think it nerfs movement speed.
does it just
yeah,
slow
nerfs them-
time down? Like I'm talking like in the
Okay.
logistics of this, does he just statue and fall over like Oblivion
I'll
paralysis
read it
style?
out.
Like
I'll read it out. The bard commands a creature with a loud, piercing yell to halt or otherwise stop. Has its movement speed reduced by 5 feet, cannot run or charge. If they succeed on a confirmed check of 5 more, it's reduced by 10 feet, so on and so forth. That's about it.
It'd be a
Okay.
mind-affecting compulsion effect.
A successful will save negates the effect if you want to do that.
oh
So yeah, that's a mind affecting. Oh,
Well, go ahead and take your will there, Mr. Poisoner.
Sir Stumpy.
Stumpy.
So
Stumpy the
It's
Poisoner.
saving throw is 10 plus half the bard's level plus charisma modifier, so yeah, he
21.
makes it.
Jesus.
So he's not halted. He's still hopping.
He's still
He's
going.
hopping mad away from you as you see Nell attempt to
is
halt
he,
him.
is he actually hopping?
Yes.
Okay, in that case, for my standard, I'm gonna shoot at his leg.
Okay. Singular his
One
leg.
good leg.
It'll stop him.
It'll probably also kill him.
Make a
That's usually
Make
just
an
make
attack
this
roll.
knowledge.
Such cruelty.
You can't make it non-lethal.
Wait,
but
wait,
he
it-
might
it-
he might
kind
just
of-
be in the negatives. Like he'll still
kind of-
be alive.
What kind of arrows does he use?
What kind of
It's a
arrows?
magical bow.
Holy arrows.
Yeah.
Can the holy arrows act as blunt arrows? for
They're
non-lethal?
magical, so they don't even use my ammo. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure they would just.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
think they are the
It's like-
ammo.
Can they
Alright.
Can you manifest them into a non-lethal form?
I
I'd
don't
say
know.
no.
I don't
Okay,
know.
that's-
No,
blunt
there's
arrows.
nothing.
The critical thing
In
is
that
that
case, I'm
they're
just gonna hold.
they're not slashing or blunt. They're actually just holy damage. Like
Okay.
you're
So same as before,
radianting
I'm gonna
someone
hold
to
my
death.
action, have chef attack, and if they miss, I am going to shoot.
Okay.
Okay.
As you look at him, you pull your bow back, Hawkeye style, looking down Loki. Like
Well,
what's Iron Man up to? What's Iron Rat up to?
I'm gonna fucking turn dark. Well, I guess really I never turned it off. Like I didn't have the chance. Like. So fucking here we go. Swing.
At his state, yes, that absolutely hits him.
I was gonna say if it didn't, I was gonna use my last MP to torch him.
Do I get sneak attack die? Is he considered flat-footed?
Just kill him already!
Flat-footed. You're so mean. I mean, kind of.
We got
Well,
people
then
going out there some
I'm
food.
adding my sneak attack dice. Yep, no. For the leg.
A character who has lost both feet, 1 foot, or 1 foot. Oh, 1 foot and 1 leg is always flat-footed. Yeah, screw it. He's flat-footed. He's lost hands too.
And I take that much.
And as you swing at this guy with all the hatred you can muster, he is cleft in twain. I'm assuming that's what you're aiming
Dark
for.
side. No, I was cutting off his other leg.
You cut off his other leg. Plump. Slump.
Out.
Snark him before he bleeds out.
Face down into the ground. No legs. Not a foot to stand on.
Probably no blood.
But yeah,
Okay.
he's there
That was
before
messy
you.
as all hell. Now can we head back to the castle?
Is he still writhing, groaning, etc.?
He is currently
too, I
making no
guess.
sound.
Just in case, I'm going to pull out the Masterwork Gunblade and use both of my iterative attacks to just shoot him in the head.
Bang!
Kill a
Bang!
Coup de grace.
Yeah,
You want to make your damage? Make your damage for that.
Well, I
there
guess
before,
it's
he has
a coup de grace, so 2d6 plus sneak attack, I guess.
If you're shooting, isn't it not 4 times on the gun?
Ooh, that's a good question. I was checking that. No, gun blades are 2 times, sadly. They're weird. They're the same damage die whether you're smacking or shooting. And apparently still slashing. The bullets are still slashing.
It sounds like they didn't handle that properly.
We can make some homebrew for gunblades if
Yeah,
it's
I can-
weird, because that is a little weird.
I can believe that to do less than 4 times crit just because the gun would have to be less powerful to not.
Yeah, and also crits on a 19.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the coup de grace damage.
That anyway, so.
All right. He doesn't move.
Congratulations.
Sit on him. Mount up.
Yeah,
You're not gonna make sure.
That was the making sure.
Yeah, double tap.
He's face down. Maybe it's a dummy.
Can we just stop this part until
yeah.
don't
Which,
drag
by the
it
way,
out there?
like Tyro and Nell, you're watching just this dude chop a dude's other leg off. Dude goes prone, walks up to him, pang pang, just starts mulching his head into the cobblestones.
Well, that was one pang because coup de grace is full round.
All right, one
Yeah.
very sturdy pang, his face into the ground.
Just gonna look at Chef and is like, do you feel better now?
Yes.
Good enough for me. Let's head back. As I'm
As-
almost completely drained of fucking MP.
Well, I guess the 40 MP came in handy.
Yeah,
Bear in
it
mind, I
did.
started this session with 25 MP. Because we haven't had 8 hours of rest since last sessions.
Mm-hmm.
If any of the guards come over going, holy shit, Nell is going to try talking to them and explain the situation.
By the way, Chef looks about as good as anyone at 3 out of 61 hit points would look.
You got a cure materia. I got nothing. Sorry.
I just imagine.
I'm
I
not-
just imagine
I'm not
Chef
asking for
looking at
heals.
Nell, looks kind of beat up. Nell looks at Chef. I don't have any heals. You heal yourself. Fucking walks away.
I got nothing, literally.
Just savage.
I'm not asking for heals. I can heal myself. I'm just
No,
saying
You want to know
they
what's
have
poetic?
they have killed themselves. They have not
can-
actually taken a point of damage from an exterior source this entire day.
God damn.
You should not just heal yourself, but heal yourself with one of the potions you took from that guy.
No, fuck that. That's a waste. But yeah, how many rounds is it back to the castle? Like more than 30?
Atop Chocobo. Do you guys running? You guys just chocoboing?
Or probably just casual choco trot.
Back to the castle from where you are. 20-25 minutes at most.
Okay, so yeah, that's enough for me to reach into half.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That was that
Well.
side excursion. Jesus.
Yeah.
Way too long.
Meanwhile, in the throne room, Chef came in. Okay, I need you to fly. Wait, Tiro. I never heard from again.
About like 40-ish minutes later, coming up on an hour. Tyro, Nell, Chef return to the throne room of the castle, looking much worse for wear. At least 2 of which having had a major chocobo accident. But they're back. There they are.
Well, what the fuck happened?
We found a guy that
him.
just.
Is he dead?
I'd say
I
so.
put a bullet in the back of his head and cut off his other leg for good measure.
Right.
Is I just gonna lay down
And-
drained?
There was a man with a green beard that had rescued him. He's dust.
Right, okay. What did you
And
find
the
out?
chocobo they were riding off on.
Good work. So, information.
What did you find out? Zooms back to the mulch pile.
Oh,
Nothing
Koke
from them. But
was
if you
not
do
caught up
the
on the interrogation.
I was down here protecting the royals. Motions dramatically.
Right. So from what we
Apex
found,
Industries.
Big
They
weapon
hired-
organization. Sorry, Tara, go on.
they hired the organization. Essentially, they didn't care whether or not Roderick lived or died. As a result, the problem is we don't have anything yet that can actually, quote unquote, link them in a definitive way, but given the wonderful little show Chef put on with Stumpy there, the one that's still alive upstairs was talkative.
Right. I tell them what I found out about the rogues with, secret military faction
Mm-hmm.
spies, basically.
You
We're
all
supposed to be disbanded.
get the old fucking U.S. Black Ops disbanded, went off on their own, became terrorists, like whole bit from earlier.
And then I kind of give a bit of a shrug and say, if we're still heading to Abaddon City, I think we need to take Tommy, Roderick, and Beast with us.
Speaking of taking people with us, the other assassin up there might be able to give us proof that Apex was behind this. So far, we have nothing. Jermon said that there's probably no way that they can guarantee that he'll be safe, so I figured it might be better if we took him with us. Of course, make sure that there's no weapons or he has no access to weapons, so he can't do anything. But what do you guys think?
We can bring him along.
Yeah.
Granted,
I'll do
we'll
the
probably
same
keep him tied up for the duration anyway.
I do have some proof to back up the story.
And she'll pull out she'll basically put all of the, go over to the table, poison vial, 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 just turn Apex Industries to to the group.
I mean, they sell these things, don't they?
Yes, in pretty much any shop.
Yeah, which means that anyone could purchase. There's no, unless you got a receipt, a proof of whether or
Stumpy.
not.
Stumpy told me before he died that he didn't pay for any of it.
We don't have proof of that though.
Exactly, that's what we're gonna need. But this is intriguing me. The sweet dreams.
Yep. You
Poison.
pick it right out like the fucking
You see, this is interesting. Not only does he have more of all the other ones, but this would knock somebody out flat, and not just that, but erase memory. And I just flick the vial. Ding.
I'm
Do I
going to
know kind of
repocket
like
all of them.
Do I know like how long? Is it just like a short term, the last like hour sort of thing, or?
stand by. Yeah, what was your alchemy check from before? Because I know you made an alchemy check for this already.
Yeah, 17 plus
high.
8.
Okay, yeah. Time. You understand that it can differ quite radically from person to person. It can span anywhere from the last few minutes to like up to a day before before it was administered.
Couldn't erase all of your time here, but maybe enough, if that's what they wanted to do.
Keep in mind, I might be misremembering, but I'm pretty sure he said their target was just basically Lullen. They might have just been using that particular poison to knock out Roderick here and bring him back to East Haven.
Likely.
True. Although they made no mention of. They preferred to bring him back alive, but they made no qualms if they actually ended up killing him.
But why did they wait until after the ceremony had concluded?
Someone failed well in politics, maybe?
Stumpy said something about plans changing, but I can't be sure if he was just talking out of his ass.
And
Or-
Tyro and I were in a completely different room, so we didn't catch anything about Chef's interrogation.
Can you even use these? Those?
Poisons?
Yeah.
I doubt I can. Does anyone else
Shrug.
have skill in these?
Anti-paladins have poison use, but that class feature doesn't get carried over.
Thank you, fourth wall.
I mean, keep hold of them for now, but if we need them destroyed, I'm immune if I ingest them.
My bow uses magical arrows, so I doubt I could use them on it.
Tip the light into the fucking vial. It just starts boiling. Like, this isn't working.
That would be hilarious.
Holy,
That could work.
holy date rape. Wonderful.
Which, by the way, as a side note, I let Beast keep that short bow just so she has a backup weapon for next time.
Aw. Thanks.
Where is Jamond?
V's in dress with short bow.
You're doing great, honey.
Technically, wouldn't your mom have come downstairs with us anyway?
Yeah,
Uh,
where is he?
Yeah.
After a few moments, you actually no, yeah. You guys went down to the throne room. He didn't seem to follow you guys.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking. Where is
Yeah. You don't know.
I saw a blood trail. Chef, how messy did you leave that room?
The helmet
messy as well.
deglammers so that you can see her grin.
he?
God damn it.
It's gonna take a lot of cleaning.
And I was down here the whole time. What a disappointment.
I'm sure you can still see it up there. It was pretty.
I'm doing my job. Again,
Here.
motions.
We're here. You can go up there if you want. I doubt any of us have any plans for the
No,
immediate.
I'd rather stay down here. How are you doing on Magic Tarot?
I've got enough for one level 1 spell left. As I pop
She
out
just-
my ether.
She just keeps grinning.
As I roll, what is it, a 1d6?
+1, I think.
1d6 plus 1? Okay.
I am
I
sitting
now
here.
back up to 4 MP.
I am sitting here at practically as fresh faced as I woke up, other than the fact I'm exhausted. Morphing. It's
Tired
better
just-
that I stay here just in case combat resumes. Someone just go and get Jamond. If he's right upstairs, you should be fine.
I have most of my tricks still left, so I can help out down here.
I wish I had the ability in like you have in Divinity, where you just walk over blood and you just it up and heal. I
Wait.
could just use my feet like a vacuum.
Have I been
Yeah, I've got
muted?
enough for a few level 1 spells now. I'll take
Were
a
you
walk
muted?
upstairs.
I don't think so. It's just I looked at my mute and it's the other way. I wasn't fucking muted. I haven't been muted. I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Anyway, yeah, I'll take a walk
Oh,
upstairs.
okay.
Look for Lord Jamond.
Okay. You wander your way upstairs. After a few minutes of looking around, you do find a door with Eleanor standing out in front of it.
I could ask Eleanor, but I'm not sure I would get a response.
I am Doggo. Please insert treat.
She's very focused on her royal guard, like just focused.
Screw it, I'll ask if Eleanor has seen Lord Jamond around.
Yeah, actually, he's right in here. Leans
possible for him
leans
to come
back,
down to-
knocks on the door.
Okay.
It's Tyro. Door swings open. You see Germon just like lean out the corner, look, take a step out. Are we clear?
Yes.
All right. He kind of glances back in the room and kind of like shakes his head. And then out steps, in a long flowing dress, Elion. And clutched onto the side of her blouse on like behind her is a tiny Viren child that Tyro you've never seen before.
I will bow courteously and greet them as such.
She looks at you, and like you're not even sure if it's a nod, but it's she tilts her head a very small amount in your direction.
She even real? This is so elegant.
Me, like, half haggard, nearly out of MP. It's like, oh god.
Just
Don't mind me, I'm just having a crisis down here.
tired kitty.
Yes. We had a small complication with the one-legged individual. He was a bit more resourceful and somehow nearly managed to get away, but we've caught him, and he's now no more, as it were.
Kind of
You
like
caught him, and he was now no more.
just Jermon just looks at you. Oh, that's good to. Elion kind of glances over at him. He just goes quiet. Brutality aside, may I see my daughters?
Yes, of course. As I walk downstairs, it's like I am not going to argue with this woman. She could totally divorce me. And be able
Well, why can't she see them anyway? So that's fine. She's the freaking queen.
Strut, 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 strut. Off they
We're
go.
sitting right
I
there.
I am so calling it that this guy is gonna come back. Like he's gonna have 2 prosthetic legs and like 2 Magitech, like 2 Magitech
This isn't
gauntlets.
a fucking Shadow of Mordor.
I was about to say,
Get
they're
out of-
just more of
Get
this
out
shit.
of my get out of my head, demon! I was getting there. He's going to have like a plate on the back of his head to hold his brains, and he's gonna be. You thought you could get rid of me that easy, ja?
I just wrote that link, so I know exactly what you're fucking talking about.
He will. He absolutely will.
Are
That'll be
prosthetics
fun.
even a thing in this world? But yeah.
We'll find
Uh,
out.
So, is the queen just heading downstairs as well, or am I just going to fetch peace?
Oh, she is. She's going. She's going.
Okay.
After a few moments, down in the throne room, door swings open. First to enter, Elion, followed by the entourage.
I'm stood there with like my axe out, but it's like head on the ground and kind of half leaning on it. Just like stood near like just the royal bubble.
She walks straight over to Hitomi. Just straight line. If any people in the way, just step out of the way as she gets close. Roderick kind of is the last to peel off. Grabs her by the shoulder. Hug. Whisper, whisper, whisper. Whisper, whisper, response. Whisper, whisper.
Can I make a perception check to hear?
You can.
Can I do as well?
Mm-hmm.
Screw it, why not?
As the entire party leans closer.
I'm trying not to.
Fucking Tyra! Holy shit.
Ears just swivel in the direction.
Fucking cats. See, prosthetics exist.
God.
He's got his ears on a swivel.
The moment where it doesn't matter, out comes the 15 plus.
By the way, I'm pretty sure, well, at least 2 out of 3 of us know Viren, so if they were speaking that.
I can
Which-
speak Viren. too.
Tyro, do you speak Viren?
I do not. I only speak, other than Mithrin in Common, Elvon, and Lalafell.
I mean, I'm right there.
And yeah, and Tyro, you don't speak Celestial though, right?
No, I do not.
Okay.
I speak both.
And Nell, do you speak either? I don't think I don't think you speak Celestial. Do you speak Viren?
I do speak Viren.
Okay. You hear like kind of just straining your ears against it. You hear something along the lines of like, Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Is your sister all right? She's fine too. Like just that.
30 has gone to waste.
And yeah, as Tyra, you with your powerful cat ears hit the hard DC limit on being able to hear it clearly, and here, you know.
All I hear is Viona's like,
You hear bunny rabbit noises.
which is funny because at level 8 I can technically learn it because I'll be putting them at next point in intelligence.
You have no idea what they're saying.
Nope, not for another level.
All right. You are all a generation in one place, you know. Now is a time for you to be lost in space.
And maybe take an episode break.
Yes.
Yes, please.
We're hitting the about 3.5 hour line, which is our usual cut line here.
Yep.
So we'll split it here. We'll come back in about half an hour after a break. Start of another episode. See you all next time.
Bye.
You.